Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your Progress Chapter 8 live reactions. The name of this chapter, The Big Boys Guide to Strong Style. John, we have got 7 matches lined up for this show. I'm curious, now that you get a chance to look at the card, what you're thinking about it, brother.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. We got Rampage Brown versus Ligero. I'm assuming that's for the title. So interesting that Rampage Brown is getting a title shot when we're still waiting for Nathan Cruz to get his rematch. We got Jimmy Havoc against James Davis. That name sounds vaguely familiar.
It's
match 5.
James Davis is one. Wait, James Davis. You mean Rob Lynch?
Oh well, it says Jimmy Havoc versus James Davis on here.
Yeah, Rob Lynch and James Davis are the 2 members of the London Riots. They're in.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's so weird seeing him in a singles context. I think that's what threw me off.
Yeah.
So I apologize. So yeah, Jimmy Havoc versus James Davis. Hey, we're getting what we want. We're seeing the the London Riots in singles action here. Lord Jonathan Windsor against Mark Andrews. Mark Haskins versus Stixx. Still want to see more of that Mike Hitchman though. I've kind of been missing him on these shows. And then I got to tell you, match 5, though, is what I'm looking most forward to. Eddie Dennis, who we know is a beast, versus Darrell Allen, who is a lot of fun, versus Doug Williams, a brilliant technical wrestler, the guy that first showed me the Chaos Theory. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, this card looks like it's going to be solid, dude. We'll see.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you're all ready to do this. I know that we are. We have our progress on demand pulled up and set to 000. If you're interested, you can go to demandprogress.pivotshare.com. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. And it's only $7.49 a month, 3/4 the price of WWE and way more value, WWE Network and way more value. And John, are you ready to go live?
Let's do it, brother.
We already are live, brother. Are you ready to watch this in live?
Brother, I'm ready to do some progress. That's what I'm ready to do, man. Let's do this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, we get a little bit of time before the show starts to do a little talking, get ourselves hyped up. The first match on the show is Mark Haskins versus Stixx. That's going to be an interesting clash of styles. We've got the big man brawler taking on Mark Haskins, who is one of the most electric high flyers in the wrestling business today. And I believe this is Stixx talking right now.
Well, we know that Stixx is familiar to a degree of facing somebody with more of an aerial-based repertoire. Keep in mind that he did get out of a mini feud recently with the Lion Kid. So, he is kind of familiar in this territory. Mark Haskins, though, no offense to the Lion Kid, is on a whole other level. And, that's really what he's going to have to be careful of is Stixx. And it should be a very interesting opening bout because Stixx, I said this on the last show, he's got the build of a champion. Physically, he's got all the tools. He's just got to put it all together and really start getting on a winning streak if he hopes to get in Progress Championship contention. I'll be interested to see if he can do that at the expense of Mark Haskins, but that remains to be seen. And I got to say, brother, I'm really very much looking forward to this card. Again, Ligero versus Rampage Brown is going to be very, very interesting to me. Rampage Brown, of course, on the last show, turning on the Progress fans. And, just kind of saying, screw indie wrestling. We're pros. We do it for the money. We do it for the fame. And it doesn't get any better than being Progress champion. So we'll see if Rampage Brown can achieve that tonight as we got Stixx here giving his thoughts on his match with Mark Haskins. And yeah, that's an interesting contrast too because Stixx isn't exactly the most likable guy, but neither is Mark Haskins. I mean, he teamed with Nathan Cruz and Rampage Brown as part of this whole screw indie wrestling crusade. So...
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. I got Mark Haskins confused with Mark Andrews. They have the same first name and similar last names, and I got him confused. Mark Haskins isn't one of the best high flyers in the wrestling business today that I know of. I mean, he's a good wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I don't really think of him as like this crazy high flyer.
I just find it more interesting, again, that these are 2 unsavory personalities, so to speak, clashing with each other for supremacy.
Yeah, I don't remember Mark Haskins ever being this much of a heel. Like, this is brand new to me.
Yeah. And there you see Nathan Cruz, the show stealer, who I did not see on this card tonight. Then again, I did only give it a glance. Maybe I missed it. But yeah,
no, he wasn't on the card, but I'm sure he's probably going to show up in some capacity. It wouldn't surprise me, at least.
Rob Lynch versus Danny Garnell is going to be insane. By the way, you want to talk about a Haas fight?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean that well, and then we do get James Davis versus Jimmy Havoc, and I think that might be like a no rules type match too.
Oh well, that is in Jimmy Havoc's wheelhouse, so we'll see. But yeah, Eddie Dennis versus Darrell Allen versus Doug Williams. That's the match I'm looking most forward to. And we got the Hunter brothers coming back against Project Ego, another like two really great teams. Again, it's a shame that we don't have tag titles in Progress because they really do have legitimately entertaining teams on their roster.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, let me ask you, partner, what match are you most looking forward to when you look at this card?
I think the match that I'm looking most forward to is the one that you kind of pointed out and we're like, wow, you like kind of popped for it. Danny Garnell versus Rob Lynch. That's going to be, like you said, an absolute hoss fight. Yeah, and that, by the way, I didn't even realize it because I hadn't actually looked at the card itself. I just went through and wrote down the wrestlers during their entrances. That's a last man standing match.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then the match between James Davis and Jimmy Havoc is a hardcore match. So those are the stipulations on this show. That's pretty crazy.
Damn, brother. Yeah, no wonder. This Progress chapter is definitely packing some heat for sure. As we got now Nathan Cruz and Rampage Brown giving it to us. And I'll tell you what, brother, the funny thing is, and this may have been part of the reason why you got Mark Haskins mixed up with Mark Andrews, is Mark Andrews competes immediately after the opening match with Mark Haskins against Lord Jonathan Windsor. Probably polishing his monocle in the bag, making sure it's in tip-top shape for his match tonight.
And yeah, I think that the main event tonight, Brown and Ligero, that is a championship match, so that's pretty huge. I don't really understand why Progress Brass is deciding to reward Rampage Brown for his actions last week by giving him a title shot. That doesn't make sense to me, but I guess they decided that he stood out enough that they wanted to give him a chance.
Well, he did get the winning pin for his team.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I wonder if there was a stipulation on that match last week that we didn't know about where whoever got the winning pinfall would be number one contender.
Well, I mean, brother, I got to say this. I mean, no offense to Progress because I've been loving it. I'm so grateful to all of our patrons for making our coverage of Progress possible. But sometimes I do kind of question how Progress determines number one contenders. And so, yeah, Rampage Brown seemed a bit out there to me too. But again, I do have to remember that he did get the winning pinfall for his team, so I guess that was enough. I forget who he even pinned in that match, but it must have been one of the bigger guys. Maybe it was even Marty Scurll that he pinned. And, yeah, Marty Scurll also absent on this card tonight. But there is Haskins.
Yeah, I found that interesting, too. The lack of both Nathan Cruz and Marty Scurll.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to come to a head somehow, partner, I would imagine. So we'll just have to wait and see about that.
I don't know if it will.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, I'm just excited for this. I mean, Progress has been so good to us. It's always been a very fun experience. We'll see what it has in store for us tonight. And, yes, Stixx and Mark Haskins to start. Going to be very interesting. So Haskins, I mean, he's not the high flyer that you mistook him for because, again, that's Mark Andrews. But what would you say? Is he more of like a technical style? Is he more of just like a little bit of everything? How would you articulate Mark Haskins personally?
It's hard to even remember what kind of wrestling style he has because I feel like he was an X Division guy in TNA, but I don't remember him being like one of the really flippy guys. So I would say he does some high flying, but he's not like this like prodigious high flyer like with, you know, your Mark Andrews or Ricochet or Ospreay, stuff like that. But he does do some high flying. I think I would call it more just like a hybrid. Like he does some high flying, he does some technical stuff. It's just a little bit of everything. And from what I'm guessing, based on the gimmick right now and sort of the mannerisms and stuff, he probably does a lot of heel shit, like, you know, working over body parts and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really just got to wonder how that's going to blend with Stixx. Who Stixx to me, and I don't mean this negatively, but he really does seem like I'm going to punch you in the mouth as hard as I can, and the rest is going to take care of itself kind of thing. This doesn't really seem like a guy that puts a lot of thought into his ring game. I think Stixx, and this is just my honest assessment of the dude, I think he looks at himself in the mirror, he knows what he looks like, and he assumes that that's enough. But I think Mark Haskins is really going to show him, as if he hasn't been shown enough already in his time in progress with matches against, the Lion Kid and Marty Scurll and Dave Mastiff in that triple threat and Danny Garnell. I would think that Stixx knows that it's going to take a bit more than that. So we'll see here what he brings to the table against Mark Haskins, because every match in progress is big. Every win, every loss. If you think to yourself, it doesn't matter. No, it does matter. Hell, look at Rampage Brown. The guy lost to Nathan Cruz, comes back with an attitude change, pins again, who I presume Marty Scurll was the one that he pinned. And progress was impressed enough by that.
I don't think it was Marty Scurll, because remember, Marty Scurll broke up a pin talking about how he wanted to be champion in that match. And then,
that's right.
Yeah, I don't think he was the legal man, though.
What was it? Was it Dave Mastiff he pinned? Because I know Mastiff got screwed. It might have actually been Mastiff that he pinned, and that would make it even more impressive for Brown. But there you see Haskins there with the jab.
Yeah, it might have been Mastiff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, poor Mastiff's been getting screwed left and right. He's not even on this card tonight, so he can't even really get retribution at the time being. Yeah, Marty's in a weird place, man.
Speaking of screwed, Mark Haskins pantomiming screwing someone pretty hard.
Absolutely. Mark Haskins, man. God damn. I gotta say, maybe this is just me. Like I'm full of tacos in life right now, people. I ate very well today, and I'm just very excited to be here. But I look at Mark Haskins.
Oh, okay. So I guess Stixx likes to be the bottom.
I guess so. I look at Mark Haskins. I don't know. Like, not exactly, of course, when I say this, but you know how Scott Steiner used to have Petey Williams as Petey Pump? I feel like Mark Haskins could be like a little mini Adam Cole. Like,
yeah. I mean, with his current look that we're seeing here, you could definitely have a point there.
Yeah, it's like that should be the gimmick. It's like, I don't need the Undisputed Era anymore. I've got Mini Cole. Yeah!
Mini Cole, baby!
Yeah, that's so insulting to Mark Haskins. Like, this dude, I mean, pretty much anybody in wrestling ever could beat my ass, including Hornswoggle. So you could just come up to me and be like, Mini, who you calling Mini? Mark, I am so sorry. I didn't even know you listened to the show. Welcome to your new favorite wrestling podcast, but please don't hurt me. Oh, and Mark Haskins are just spitting on Stixx. You know what, though? That's what I love about a good asshole. They own it. They're like, we're shit, you're not, deal with it. And now Stixx gonna try and deal with it. Oh my God, nice power slam counter there by Stixx.
That was great on Stixx's part.
And Mini Cole, it's like, bang, bang, because he just got hurt so much by that power slam.
Yeah, Mark Haskins is in pain right now, and now he's gonna be so disoriented. Look at this airplane spin.
Oh my God.
I think Stixx might have gotten disoriented before Haskins.
Oh man, it's like
when now he's going the other way. Okay,
it's like when you ask for too many pints at the pub. Oh my God. Oh, Stixx is still holding on. I guess Stixx is kind of working baby here, but he's doing a move like a freaking airplane spin.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And oh my God, again, Haskins. Oh well,
see, that's one thing I never really understood about the logic behind an airplane spin. You disorient yourself almost as much as your opponent.
Well, what's funny, and I'm not trying to be like an old timer here, but you and I did watch a Lou Thez match recently. A lot of people that are fans of that really old school wrestling actually say that the airplane spin used to be like one of the most dangerous maneuvers. So I wonder if how they did it back then, it had like a greater sense of legitimacy and it wasn't as comical as you kind of see today with, oh, the guy's dizzied himself kind of thing. So I wonder if it's just all in the approach, as now Haskins there hugging the turnbuckle, hugging the corner. And oh yeah, no, save me! Ouch! Out to the back. Oh, Haskins.
No, racist fan rocks. We're not saying Adam Cole baby. We're saying Mini Cole baby, because John pointed out that Mark Haskins, with his current look that we're seeing here on Chapter 8, looks a little bit like Adam Cole, and he's a little bit smaller than Cole too. So,
absolutely. I mean, now, like I said, I'm in a weird mood. I'm full of food and happiness. So this is the kind of commentary you're going to get from me today, guys. Hope you don't mind. As Haskins now back in the ring.
We shall call him Mini.
Baby!
I was doing Dr. Evil, damn it. You ruined it.
And now Stixx Wow, great format. Look at Stixx bringing the Lucha Libre flair here to this match.
Stixx is a bigger guy. I think he's actually listed at like 6'1", 245. Like he's 6'3". What? I didn't realize he was tall too.
Yeah, I gotta tell you what, dude. These big guys, this generation that we're seeing, have got to be eating something, and if so, I just became totally in favor of GMOs because whatever they're eating has given them a blend of athleticism where they can do this crap. And Haskins there, nice drop kick. Now Haskins, nice suicida there. And Haskins even almost doing the Adam Cole pose. Mini Cole, baby! Haskins, I'll tell you what, if Mark Haskins, by some miracle, ever comes across this, he's going to be fighting back the tears. He's going to be sniffling and be like, I have my own identity, damn it. Oh, that Stixx right in the ring post. But I got to say, in all seriousness, Haskins has got a great game plan here. He just sent Stixx into the ring post, and now you can see he's isolating the arm. That is smart.
Oh, wow. He just pulled the arm and like basically drove the shoulder really deep into the ring post there. That was evil, man.
You take a limb out, brother, if it's a leg. If
Stixx
it's an arm.
trying to make a way back.
Yeah, Stixx trying to fight back. It's going to be difficult, though. Oh, my God. Again, right into the post.
Oof.
Haskins, I'll tell you, like I said, you start working over a limb, whether it's an arm, a leg, I don't care which, you really put yourself in a position to control much of the match, especially in the later stages when it really counts. And now look at this here, just bending the hand back, really manipulating the joints here. I love that Haskins is just that focused. And now you see he's racing back into the ring, stopping the count. And now he's going to have the ref continue the count, and then Stixx follows suit. I'll tell you what, man, this is a different side of Stixx we're seeing. I mean, we're seeing him be a bit more high-flying. We're seeing him show a bit more heart. You got to wonder what happened to Stixx in between chapters. He even looks like he got a little bit bigger for my money. And now Haskins, oh, man, just going to keep bending and touring that arm. Nice elbow there across the arm. Arm drags it over.
That was great. That was like almost like an arm snapmare. Like I know you said the proper call. I think that was an arm drag, but it felt more like an arm snapmare to me. That was crazy.
Yeah, man, absolutely. No, it had a great snap to it. And now look at this, the leg over the head, like around the neck, the chin and the neck, and it just gets more leverage on that arm. Yeah, Haskins definitely showing that he's more adept at that grounding technical style.
I'm waiting for him to kind of key the arm behind Stixx's back, like in a Kimura, basically, but he didn't really even go for it. So, yeah, Stixx fighting back now. There's a forearm. There's a second forearm. Haskins, though, wrenching the arm again, taking it down. Fujiwara.
Yeah, Fujiwara. Great form on that Fujiwara as well. I would say not as good a form as, say, Diana Purrazzo's, who just seems to do it to perfection, but Haskins definitely doing enough to do his damage. Nice knee to the arm there. He's done a great job.
Oh, wow. I wasn't sure. It looked like he was trying to tuck Stixx's arm behind his leg. It almost looked like he was going for the old Pentagon arm break submission.
Yeah. Tell you what, if Haskins would employ that, I'll tell you, Stixx would be in deep shit. It would not be good for him. Oh, my God. And see, that's what I love. When a guy can utilize the ring as a weapon, I've said this so many times over the years. When you can make the ring a tag team partner and kind of transform this match in a way to a handicap match, then you've really got your opposition in a bad way. And now, oh, man, Haskins, he took a swig of water. I think he's going to spit it at Stixx. And, oh, God, right in there. Oh. And Stixx now shoving Haskins off. I might have woken him up.
Shoulder block. Stixx is a freaking freight train, man. Look at this. Oh, the flapjack. With a little extra added oomph there at the end. He kind of shoved him down while he was in midair.
I'll tell you what, man. Haskins' showboating might have cost him here. I think when you do something to a guy like Stixx like that, you kind of piss him off.
Stixx getting water now.
Oh, what is this?
He's got him in an abdominal stretch and he spits the water right in Haskins' open mouth.
Oh, my God. That'll hydrate you.
Oh, my God. Stixx just threw a drop kick. Only a 2 count, though.
Telling you, man.
That was a great drop kick, too.
This is a completely different Stixx than the guy that faced Lion Kid or that faced Sterling.
This Stixx kind of weirdly reminds me of, though?
Who's that?
Machine Gun Carl Anderson.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from there.
That's the vibe I'm getting here.
Oh, now Stixx. Hold a finger up in the air. This is going to be a delayed vertical. What's he thinking here?
He's got him up. Oh, into the guillotine from Haskins.
What a counter. And
no,
Kimura.
Kimura from Haskins. That was a brilliant transition.
Haskins, I'll tell you what, he may say screw indie wrestling, but he is definitely great at this wrestling thing. I'll tell you what, because he's just got control of that limb, right back on it. If this is British strong style, Haskins came to play. That's for damn sure. Nice. But look at how he adjusted the body scissors. Did you see that?
Oh,
just
my
that
God.
Slight adjustment.
See, that's the really interesting thing about this submission is he doesn't have it really keyed in, but he is like doing more damage to the elbow than a Kimura would.
Oh, no, wait a minute here.
Because a Kimura is a 2-joint lock. Like, it does damage to the shoulder and the elbow. Haskins there was focusing exclusively on the elbow. But, you know, it comes at the expense of having it less secure. And now, Stixx with the delayed scoop slam. I love Stixx, man. He's doing some great stuff in this match.
Yeah, Stixx there. Oh, what a spear!
That was a hell of a spear.
Oh my God. But notice though, he immediately collapses the canvas. He's favoring that arm, that shoulder. It's been worked over so relentlessly. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Cover. Haskins kicks out. When you work over a limb that mercilessly the way Haskins was working over that arm, you really start seeing the dividends show themselves in the late stages of the contest. Notice that Stixx, after that spear, which I don't even know if he could have gotten more of that spear if it wasn't for the bad arm, couldn't even cover right away. And that was the difference between a 3 count and a 2 count, I guarantee you. I guarantee you. And now Haskins on again. Again, that arm now. That just ate ring post a little bit. Now how's Haskins going to respond here? Nice club there. And now what's Haskins thinking? Going to measure his man here. He's measuring Stixx. Is it going to be a super kick? Oh, caught. German, no. Hard elbows just get. Oh, wait, Stixx. What a lariat there by Haskins. Check out by Stixx. What an opening contest. And look at that.
Wow. Into the bridging Fujiwara.
Hey,
Mark Haskins is putting on an absolute technical clinic here. He's giving Doug Williams later on in the show something to try and one up because he's basically doing the old, like, you know, follow that routine.
Well, I'm grateful to Mark Haskins then because I want to see a motivated Doug Williams. I think Doug Williams is in that same class as William Regal. Very underrated, but very brilliant at what he does. And now Stixx might be able to turn this into a backbreaker position if he wants to. No. Spinning sidewalk slam. Wow. I'll tell you, Mark Haskins might have just made me a fan, brother. I've been loving his technical game, and Stixx working baby is beautiful. 2. Check out there. And now look at him take control of the arm. Oh, my God. The Tequila Sunrise.
Oh, yep. Good call.
Wow.
Oh, with the 2 legs.
Tequila Cloverleaf.
Nice. Yeah, that's a great name. And there's the
tap. Holy
there's
shit.
The tap. I love it. I love it. Great job by Stixx, kind of meeting Mark Haskins in the middle with that technical style. Stixx with the, as you called it, the Tequila Cloverleaf. I love that name for that move, and I love that move. That was great.
Dude, I don't know what happened to Stixx between chapters, but this was not the same man whose matches we've been calling. He just got a huge win. And I do say huge because keep in mind, Mark Haskins is associated with Rampage Brown and the inaugural Progress champion Nathan Cruz. Beating Haskins was a huge deal in my mind for Stixx. He might be looking at a match with the Progress champion down the road after this. Big win for Stixx. I can't believe it. And now we're going to move right along as if nothing happened. I mean, that was a huge win. We got Mark Andrews undefeated in singles against Lord Jonathan Windsor. You think Mark Andrews can remain undefeated, partner? Or do you think Jonathan Windsor, who actually won his debut, so he too is undefeated? You think?
Yeah, I mean, he is undefeated, but it's over the course of way fewer matches than Mark Andrews' undefeated streak has gone on for. Isn't he like 4-0?
I feel like Mark Andrews might even be 5-0. We're about to get an official confirmation here. I'll tell you what, though, Lord Jonathan Windsor, he's got the size. He actually looks like a young Regal. I'm not saying he performs like one. I'm saying in terms of look, the build.
Yeah, he's like William Regal and Drew Gulak had a fusion.
And Lord Jonathan.
From an
Prim and
appearance
proper.
standpoint, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. 1-0, you see there. The clash of the streaks. But if I'm Mark Andrews, man, I'm starting to wonder, when am I going to get my Progress Championship match? And
4-0. I was right. He is 4-0.
I thought he was 5-0, so I overestimated the streak. Either way, though, Ashton.
I don't think they count tag matches if you're not involved in the pinfall, though. So he might have been on the winning side of a tag match where he didn't get the winning pinfall.
Well, I will say this, Ashton. 4-0, 5-0, in singles competition, being undefeated for that long in a place like Progress, that is impressive. And no doubt if Mark Andrews can win this match tonight, where there's definitely going to be a size and I would assume at least somewhat of a weight differential, it's going to be even more impressive here for Mark Andrews. And again, if you're Andrews, you got to be thinking, when do I get to share a ring with Ligero or potentially Rampage Brown after tonight? And look at Windsor immediately. Nice snapmare right into the headset. Windsor wasting. Oh, what a pin! Windsor wasting no time. And again, reminds me of a young Regal when he used to go by Lord Stephen Regal. This is Lord Jonathan Windsor. Gotta wonder if there was any inspiration there. And now Mark Andrews kind of sliding there. He's so quick and so evasive. I mean, who do you give the edge to, partner, in your mind? I always appreciate your analysis.
Oh, man. You know, I got to go with the guy with the more proven track record. I got to go with Mark Andrews. And even if he didn't have that proven track record, even if he was, you know, debuting here, I know Mark Andrews is the most resilient guy, probably one of the most resilient wrestlers I've ever seen. I just have a hard time believing that he'll lose any given match. I would have gone with him regardless of record, but then the 4-0 record's there backing it up. So, yeah.
What a pin there. I gotta tell you, man, just in this opening flurry, I'm gonna be that guy. I like Mark Andrews, and from a fan perspective, I'm definitely rooting for Andrews, but I'm gonna go, and what a pin there. Lord Jonathan Windsor in this opening flurry showed me more than I think he did in his entire debut matchup. Just my opinion. But I'm actually going to go with Lord Jonathan Windsor. He's smug. He's got the size. He's got the ability. He's got the technical finesses he's shown us in that flurry. They're two very unique pin attempts. And so, yeah, I'm going to go with Windsor. I think he wants it more. I think he realizes what beating Mark Andrews would mean for him in his Progress career. So I'm going to go Windsor. You're going with Andrews, so we'll see. And now Windsor's got the arm here. Man, I'll tell you, Progress is really just scratching my itch right now with all this quality wrestling. And now Andrews there going down. Up. Twists around. Up. Oh, look at that. Mark Andrews, great counter there on the leverage. Now Mark Andrews has the leverage advantage. And Windsor saying, oh, not yet, not yet. Going to get up now. And, yeah, now he's back in control. Oh, over the shoulder arm breaker. Could be doing it again and again. Man, I don't know, though, why you wouldn't be doing that to a leg. I mean, Mark Andrews is all about that speed. I would take away a wheel before I took away an arm, but that's just me. And now, nice hammerlock there. Got it in deep, but look at Andrews able to pivot, kind of slide out. Now, look at how he gets the foot behind the knee. And, oh, could have been a Mahistral Cradle, but Windsor, no, two. Oh, kick out there. Great counter wrestling by both men. You saw Windsor tried stuffing the Mahistral Cradle attempt, but Andrews was still able to turn that around into a pin of his own. There you see Windsor really trying to keep it close quarters, which I think is smart, partner, keeping it close quarters with Mark Andrews. Wouldn't you agree? Not really giving him much space to work.
Yeah, no, he's not really much at all. He's very suffocating.
That's a great word. Great word. I completely agree with you on that assessment. As you see there, Windsor. But again, Andrews getting the leg behind the knee, stepping it down. Could it be a Mahistral Cradle again? No, he's more focused here on just getting the arm lock in there, the wrist lock. Oh, hey, nothing pretty about that. That was a straight forearm to the face. Uppercut there. Yeah, I feel like Windsor's really found himself between chapters because I definitely feel like I'm seeing more from him here. Spin kick there from Andrews. From a face lock, could be a suplex, but Windsor now trapping the leg behind. Go for a suplex, no. Andrews, waist lock. Multiple elbows there. Nice arm drag there by Andrews. Another arm drag there. And what a Rana. Great snap on that. Sweeps the leg, and what a moonsault. Windsor there kicks out.
Oh, here we go. Andrews going to the top rope.
Well, look at how smart Windsor is again. And then that sense, space really services him because Mark Andrews can fly, but even he has limits. Oh, but Andrews. Oh, but again, Windsor. What a knee. Dude, that knee messed him up.
Yeah, he just collapsed onto the floor.
Wow. What a knee by Windsor. And see, that's the kind of offense. This offense from Windsor feels more inspired than in his debut match. I keep saying it, man. That was crazy. Oh, so. And now.
Rolls Andrews back into the ring.
Andrews got rocked.
Rolling over to the ropes. He needs a little bit of a reprieve here. He is not in a good way.
Well, dude, I mean, that knee must have messed his equilibrium up something fierce. I'd have to imagine.
What a lariat there from Windsor.
Windsor, I'll tell you what, man. I don't know what's in the water at Progress, but between Stixx coming back reinvigorated and Windsor came into this thing with a sense of purpose. He said, I'm 1-0. I'm looking at a guy that's 4-0, that's had a more established record than me, to your point that you made before the opening bell. I need to make a splash, and there's no bigger splash you can make in my mind, save for beating the Progress champion on your debut, than beating a guy the caliber of Mark Andrews. Caught the leg, did Windsor.
Caught the leg. Oh, down into the knee. Are you kidding me?
That was brilliant. That was and now Fisherman
suplex into the bridge, too, and Andrews kicks out.
If I may, that Fisherman suplex was absolutely perfect. And now goes into another pin.
I think Jonathan Windsor just tried winning with a teabag.
I'm telling you, man, Lord Steven Regal vibes I'm getting from this dude majorly.
Does it have anything to do with the word Lord in both of their names?
No, because a lot of the offense too, like that teabag pin that you talked about, I've seen Regal do that in a lot of his older matches a bunch of times. And
okay. See, I don't really go back and watch older Regal matches, so.
Well, you know, I'm all about that technical wrestling life. So, like, Regal to me, I won't call him a forefather necessarily, but again, I think he's one of the more understated technical wrestlers of our generation because, you know, really belonged to the Angles, the Benoits, the Guerreros. I feel like Regal, despite being so brilliant himself, often, you know, is kind of just forgotten about. And
drop kick there from Andrews, sending Windsor out of the ring. Oh, and now Andrews off the ropes. He's going to dive over the top.
And he got it.
Tope Atomiko?
Yeah, well, yeah. I think that'll work. I'll tell you what, though, regardless of what you call it, you can call it effective because Windsor now down on the floor.
Is the Tope con Hilo the slingshot variation of that?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. One of these days, we're going to have to, like, exhaustively research it.
Yeah.
I remember a YouTuber, Suicidal Dragon, who I wish was still active because he was one of the wrestling YouTubers I actually liked. They used to do, like, a video series, like the difference between a clothesline and a lariat and stuff like that. And I guarantee you they probably would have done a video series dedicated on that. The Atomic.
I remember Suicidal Dragon for his top 10 moves lists where it was like top 10 moves of, you know, certain wrestlers. Oh, I think he's going to do Jesus Christ. He did a moonsault senton. Mark Andrews, what are you?
I know. He sure as hell ain't human. But yeah, just to kind of put a fine point on the Suicidal Dragon discussion, is because of those top 10s that I even knew who Cesaro was. Like, I actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Claudio.
Yeah, I used those videos as a resource when I knew certain big indie guys were coming to WWE. Oh, Windsor!
Andrews went from double knees to the chest. Windsor caught him, dropped him on the turnbuckle, and then threw double knees of his own. Oh, and now Windsor off the rope, goes for another lariat, but Mark Andrews goes behind. Waist lock. Windsor goes for the wrist lock, flips him over. Andrews lands on his feet. Enziguri Andrews.
And Windsor now stunned with that kick. Andrews off the ropes.
How big is Jonathan Windsor? Or does he just look big relative to Mark Andrews? Because he looked huge in this match.
Oh, my God, that suplex.
What a backdrop driver.
I'll tell you, this young man. Now, right into the cover there. Oh, so close. Can't blame Windsor for that, man. I think he was stunned, really couldn't get the cover right away. I think that's really what cost him there. But, my God, this match right now.
Yeah,
man. I'm so impressed. I've been impressed with this entire Progress card. This is only our second match. Like, Jesus. Windsor now, just smacking Andrews.
The disrespect.
I don't blame him. You got to believe that everybody else is shit compared to you. And, forearm there to the face. Shove there. And now I'm going to perch Windsor on the top rope. Oh, could this be a Spanish fly or a Frankenstein? No, it's going to be a Frankenstein. No, Windsor! Oh, crotched Andrews. Now Windsor. Oh, clubby blow to the back there. What's he thinking? Windsor now going to try and make the ascent to the middle rope.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on. What are you going to do? Oh.
The back elbows right now from Mark Andrews. I don't think he's getting. Oh, yeah, he is. He knocks Windsor down into the middle row, right in perfect position for whatever aerial maneuver Mark Andrews decides is suitable for the situation.
Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. That's it.
Shooting star.
That's it.
1, 2, and that's it. Yep. 5-0 Mark Andrews. How is he not number 1 in line for a Progress title shot right now?
Brother, I guarantee you Mark Andrews is asking Progress Management that same question, or at least he will when he gets to the back. My God. That was a fun match. And you know what? That was a match I needed to see from Lord Jonathan Windsor because, again, I wasn't too blown away by his debut. That you really got to see his ability. That knee he threw early on in the match to Andrews on the outside, my God. But wasn't enough to beat him, as now we've got Rob Lynch versus Danny Garnell in a last man standing match. Now, partner, I got to get your thoughts on this because up until this point, we've seen the London Riots in tag team action. They are undefeated as a tag team. But you and I both know that singles wrestling is a completely different animal, a completely different beast. Do you think James Davis and Rob Lynch will kind of translate well into this new surrounding of singles competition?
I don't know, man. I mean, they've got the sort of all of the requisite ability to be able to translate to singles, but I don't know. It's one of those situations where when someone goes from singles to tag matches, you're never really sure how they're going to transition. And I feel the same way about guys that have been in a tag team for a while, transitioning back to singles. And I say back to because nobody starts as a tag team unless you're like the Young Bucks and your brothers and you've been doing it forever. But most people don't start. I'm guessing that Rob Lynch and James Davis found each other along their journeys at some point and became a tag team. Just happened before we got to Progress because they were a tag team from day one here.
Right. Absolutely. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But still, I mean, these guys are so used to being a tag team. It's definitely not going to be an easy transition to go into the singles game, especially against the kind of competition they've got tonight in Danny Garnell and Jimmy Havoc.
You know, and if I could just answer my own question, you know, one concern that I always have, right, is the psychological aspect. Because I think when you get in the late stages of the match, especially something that you know is going to be as grueling as a last man standing match or a death match, and you're bleeding and you're tired and you're exhausted, the moment of the match it's going to define whether or not you can do this is when you look to the corner and you expect somebody to be there to tag, and when you realize that there isn't, are you going to be able in that moment to pull yourself together, or are you going to fall apart? That to me is the question here, because I think psychologically it's a whole different kind of labor when it's singles because it's all on you. Right, and Danny Garnell immediately going after Rob Lynch here.
And I don't know if you noticed, John, but Danny Garnell is also undefeated. He's 3-0 in Progress.
That's right. So going against Rob Lynch, and hell, you don't know if Jim Smallman, if maybe he split up the London Riots and put them in these types of matches as punishment. Remember, the London Riots last show really gave Progress a verbal raising, you know, kind of burning them to the ground, saying, oh, you don't have tag titles, so we have these tag titles because they brought different belts. Jim Smallman felt very disrespected, you know, slammed the checks on the chests of Davis and Lynch and said, fuck off, and he didn't want to see these guys again. Well, clearly they're back, so I guess Smallman's going to have fun with them. What a lariat, though, by Rob Lynch. And now, don't you think it's funny, though, that when we're not talking about contendership or anything like that, we just get a last man standing match and a death match on the same night, and they just happen to involve the members of the London Riots? I think Jim Smallman, I'm not saying it negatively, but I do think he has it out for these guys, dude. Just my 2 cents.
Oh, absolutely. And can you really blame him for that?
You know, not necessarily. Look, I think if you're Jim Smallman, right, you got to send a message. Like, look, I'm ready to have a good time. I want to have fun with the fans. I'll do a bit of stand-up, you know, to keep them entertained. But I'm not a joke. You know, I take Progress. Oh, what a back suplex there by Danny Garnell. I take Progress very seriously, and I'm not going to tolerate a team, no matter how good they are, no matter if they're undefeated as a team. I'm not going to tolerate them bringing belts from another promotion into my house. So I think Jim Smallman's kind of trying to teach James Davis and Rob Lynch a lesson. Don't shit where you eat. And if you do, you're going to pay for it. And now Danny Garnell, forearm there by Rob Lynch.
You know what? While this match is still in the early goings, I have to take care of something. I'll be back in literally less than 90 seconds.
Brother, I've got you. I've got you. Danny Garnell, duck there. German to Lynch. And it keeps it applied, folks. Danny Garnell keeps it applied. A testament to British strong style. Another German second one. Still keeps it applied. And you know what? This is so smart. We haven't really seen weapons introduced yet. Third. We haven't seen weapons introduced yet. So if you wanted to beat a guy just with straight up pure wrestling in a last man standing match, which to me is unheard of in all my years of seeing last man standing matches, moves like trifecta Germans are the way to go. Because if you're looking to beat a guy with straight up wrestling in a last man standing environment, you want to do moves that deplete the gas tank. You want to do moves that really expend their resiliency, that expend their endurance, so they don't have enough to get up. Fourth German there. Tell you what, I think we got a Suplex City right here in the UK, and Danny Garnell's the one erecting it. Oh, but Rob Lynch. Lynch now returns one, and now he keeps the hands clasped. My God, these guys think they're Angle and Benoit. A second German there to Danny Garnell. Rob Lynch here ragdolling Danny Garnell here. Both these guys trying to wear out the other. This is a last man standing match in the form of British strong style here. And another German there by Danny Garnell. Nice standing switch there. Takes back control. Now the referee checking on both men. I don't know if the referee's going to start the count for Lynch. Lynch is down. Ref would have every right to begin the count. Then again, like I said, folks, for me, the real test of Rob Lynch is going to be in the late stages of this match. When out of the corner of his eye, he looks to the corner. He sees James Davis isn't there. He sees that this isn't a tag match. He sees that it's going to be on his own merit, whether he wins or he loses. And is he going to find it in himself to beat a man the caliber of Danny Garnell, who is 3-0 in singles, who is immersed in this environment? I'm not sure, guys.
And yet when you look into the corner, I'm back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, partner. I hope I did well. This is now
back to being a tag commentary and not just a solo commentary.
Well, I hope I did you proud while you were kind of recovering on the floor. Now you're back on the apron. As now Danny Garnell. Danny Garnell, man, he's been suplexing the shit out of Rob Lynch.
I love Danny Garnell, man. He's really won me over in Progress. I'm glad that we've gotten exposed to his sort of style through this experience.
Oh, dude, Progress has been so kind to me in terms of talents that I like because, like I said, Progress made me a Noam Dar fan to the point where I can't wait for him to come back from his injury, especially as part of this new revamped 205 Live that apparently Triple H is more in control of. Lord Jonathan Windsor, a fan. Hell, Mark Haskins, I got to check out more of his stuff. Stixx as a babyface is something I never even knew I wanted. So, like, yeah, Progress, you're spoiling us today. Oh, my God. Lynch hard in the corner there. Partner, let me get your thoughts on this as a fellow American here. And I'm not saying there's a world of difference between the UK and the US, but these guys really do seem like they're trying to beat each other in a last man standing match with straight up wrestling. I know you and I aren't used to that. I mean, what's your take on that?
Well, it's a last man standing match, but you still got to wear your opponent down. And these guys know no better way of wearing their opponents down than what they've been doing.
Yeah. I'm just surprised because, I mean, I'm just saying, like, in most last man standing matches that you and I have seen, you know, you see the weapons, you see, like, the carnage. And I'm not saying there hasn't been carnage here.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these guys is really the type to want to use that kind of stuff. I think that they will stoop to it if necessary. I know we've seen the London Riots. I believe we've seen them at least use weapons before.
Yes.
I want to say that maybe that's something that they're planning on introducing later on in the match. We've got to remember this match has only been going on for like 5 minutes too. So
that is true. It's just interesting to me in a good way, though. In a good way. It's kind of like when I would, you know, one of my favorite ladder matches was Sheamus versus John Morrison. I actually really liked that ladder match because it had more psychology. It wasn't just spot after spot after spot. And it's the same way here. Like, I like that we're actually committing to the wrestling portion. Like, how much can I wear you down just on my ability alone? And Lynch, what a
great suplex.
See, now that's the kind of move you want to hit in a last man standing match.
A big move that'll put your opponent down for a while.
But see, here's the thing about that, though. while I still assent to that and stand by it, you do also have to be cautious that you too have to get up. So if you give the move, you better make sure to be able to take whatever is going to be the receipt for being able to deliver that move.
Yeah, because we've got to remember that even though Rob Lynch did just deliver a suplex and basically dropped Danny Garnell onto his back from a good 7 or 8 feet up in the air, he also had to fall from 3 or 4 feet up in the air onto his own back. So it's a lot of damage to both men.
Excellent point, partner. Excellent point. And now Rob Lynch, what a shot
from
there.
Lynch.
Tell you what, Danny Garnell, man, being taken to the limit here. And now Danny Garnell perched. Rob Lynch, legs spread out. What are we thinking here? Oh, body shots.
Oh, and there we go. He sent Lynch off the ropes. Garnell going up to the top rope himself. Oh, but Lynch cuts him off. Northern Lights off the middle rope.
I'll tell you what, and you know what else? If you're Rob Lynch, really being able to show your ability off like this, it just shows that James Davis and Lynch, they aren't just a pack of bullies. Why? I can certainly say this about Lynch. James Davis, we're going to see later tonight against Jimmy Havoc. But that they can go when it matters. We saw that in them when they beat the leaders of the new school. These guys, they're no joke either. They have the power, they have the malice, they have the viciousry. There's no doubt about that. But I think they also do have the finer technical points that make Progress a home of British strong style. And you just saw it there with that avalanche Northern Lights from Rob Lynch to Danny Garnell. Now he's got Garnell up. Forearms there. Oh, forearms here by Garnell. Back and forth. Oh, wait a minute here. Oh, Dr. Larry did Lynch.
What a spear.
Great spear there by Rob Lynch.
Not as good as Stixx's was earlier, but I put that more on the cell than the person delivering it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now Rob Lynch, you got to wonder what he's thinking. Ref begins the count here. And what is it going to take from either of these guys? We know with Danny Garnell, he likes to do that middle rope DDT. And he'll tell you.
That's right.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought of that, but yeah, he does use that.
And Rob Lynch, beside himself, I think it was hoping the spear would do it. And again, this is the psychological part. I think at this point, rather than be frustrated, he would just tag in Davis and say, okay, bro, you take over some of this for a little bit. But he can't do that. It's all on him.
Oh, and there's the other lariat.
You know what, though? It's a shame because
starting to understand why the London Riots are a tag team. To me, it looks like Rob Lynch is getting blown up in there.
Yeah, a little bit, partner. And I'll tell you, that's the last thing you want to see happen in a last man standing match.
I never thought about that before. It makes a lot of sense for bigger guys like the London Riots to be in a tag team because then they don't really have to wrestle half a match or 3/4 of the match if you want to include the time that they're double teaming their opponents. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Absolutely. As now you got here. Well, I think, yeah, that's Davis there.
Yeah.
Davis, we know, is going to have to deal with Jimmy Havoc tonight.
I'm pretty sure Davis and Havoc are both out at ringside during this match.
Well, we know Danny Garnell is friends with Havoc, so that makes sense. Oh wow!
My God. What even was that? Because that wasn't like a senton. He did a twist in midair. What do you call that?
I have no idea.
You know what that was? That was a goddamn sparkle splash or twisted bliss, whatever you want to call it. That's what that was going to be if it would have landed.
I know, and DDT there by Garnell. My God.
That was great. Yeah, and that DDT was devastating. Look at these guys are both down.
Yeah, it's just a shame that the canvas isn't your opponent, Lynch. Otherwise, you would have had this match won. But Garnell there.
Garnell likes to just utilize DDTs in general. That might be one of his favorite moves.
You got to wonder if he's a Jake Roberts fan at all.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Has to.
And now Garnell, what a chop there.
Jeez. Oh, the overhead chop there from Lynch. Oh, man. I feel like Garnell's chops are landing home a little bit more than Lynch's are.
Yeah, Lynch's, I don't know. They really don't seem to be doing much, but Garnell here rallying back.
Oh, but Lynch reverses the whip. Oh, wow. They both end up in the ropes. The ring is not big enough to contain these two.
And now Garnell. Oh, spear.
Another spear from Lynch.
Excellent spear there by Rob Lynch. And that's the second one of the match he's nailed. Now Danny Garnell just got to be thinking, oh, God, why? I was just starting to get things going again, and now my ribs are compromised again as the ref begins the count here. Now Rob Lynch. Oh. Danny, no. Is he going to do? No. Rob Lynch.
Sledging Lynch over the back is Garnell. And now he's going to set Lynch on the top rope. What is he thinking here?
I don't know, partner. Could be a back superplex.
He is going up to the middle rope himself. Oh, look at Lynch. Lynch clinging onto the turnbuckle and the ring post, preventing Garnell from getting this move off, and just shoves him off. Oh, man. What in the world is Rob Lynch thinking here?
Oh God.
There's your suplex. There's your suplex that you were calling for.
Wow. That might do it there.
Garnell is in some pain as well, though.
Yeah, I mean, Garnell, again, has got to make sure that he's able to get up. Otherwise, this will be a double count out. You've got to be able to get on your own 2 feet here, just so, again, that the ref can only count out one guy instead of 2. Let's see here. And Davis freaking out. Really wants to make sure that Lynch is going to be okay here. Now look at Lynch. Or no, excuse me, look at Davis.
This is legal. This is perfectly legal.
Davis now. Oh, but wait a minute here. Jimmy Havoc. Oh, right at Davis. Again, they've got that death match.
Oh, here we go.
Is that
Garnell and
going
Lynch
to be
are both on their
next?
feet now. Garnell with the DDT.
That might do it. Another DDT there.
God. How is Lynch even still moving on his own volition at this point?
Oh, this is going to be that DDT that I talked about.
And there it is. That's got to be the end of the match, right? I mean, it keeps guys down for a 3 count with that. Oh, my God. He just picked Lynch back up. He's not done. He's dumping him over the top rope. Oh, he's going to do a rope variation. Are you kidding me? Off the rope. And, damn.
That's sad.
What a yeah, Damien's dinner time or Danny's dinner time in this case.
Yeah. Well, Danny's eating good tonight. I'll tell you what right now.
No kidding. What a DDT. What a series of DDTs. He hit 2 regular kind of classic DDTs. Then he hit the middle rope tornado DDT. Then he hit a top rope hung DDT. Yeah.
Now Rob Lynch.
If Rob Lynch is still even conscious after that, he's not human.
I'm even amazed Rob Lynch is stirring right now.
I know.
Because it didn't seem like he was going to move last time when Davis got in. And that's it, I think.
That is it. Yep.
Garnell wins. You know what, though? I got to say, I might actually go down as one of my favorite last minute standing matches simply because they didn't use weapons the entire time.
Yeah, the only person in that match that used a weapon was Jimmy Havoc to prevent James Davis from interfering.
Exactly. And God, Jim Smallman must hate the London Riots if he's permitting Jimmy Havoc to come out and play, which he's in the ring now.
It's also worth pointing out, this is the first time either one of the London Riots has tasted defeat in progress.
I know. That's crazy. You got to wonder if this means, and yeah, we're going right into James Davis versus Jimmy Havoc.
And it's already off to a hot start.
Jimmy Havoc looking to get his first win here. And that is the thing. Even though James Davis is as disadvantaged as Lynch in the sense that this is singles action, Jimmy Havoc has yet to win a singles match.
Yeah.
He's yet to win any match for that matter in progress.
Yeah, that is the big difference here is that Jimmy Havoc is going into this match without a singles win under his belt. Garnell went into that match 3-0.
Yeah, Havoc is 0-5.
Jimmy, what are you doing, brother?
I have no idea. Now Davis. Nice Rana there by Havoc. And now Tope Suicida there.
That was a great dive.
Excellent form. I give that a 10 out of 10, Havoc. That was beautifully done.
Who says he can't wrestle?
Exactly. Oh. And James Davis, it's funny that they say debut. They mean purely in a singles context.
Yeah, this is his singles debut. Oh, and there Jimmy sends him up against the ring post. Oh, and then
Oh, man.
hip toss into the stairs. Ugh.
That had to be nasty.
It looked like it from here, brother.
And now James Davis here, writhing in pain. And I gotta ask you, partner, maybe this is just me kind of stirring the pot. You think it might cause a little bit of jealousy if James Davis goes to the bag with a win and Rob Lynch couldn't win his match? Like, oh, James Davis has more singles potential than Rob Lynch?
I don't think so. I think these guys both know where their bread is buttered, and that's as a tag team.
Yeah, I think these guys are more focused probably on dominating the Progress landscape. Headbutt there to
Especially
Davis.
because if you think about it, they can both kind of go away with the logic of, well, Jimmy Havoc hasn't won a match yet. It's not surprising that I beat him.
Exactly. Whereas Danny Garnell, to your point, is undefeated. And now he's 4-0. Oh, nice drop kick there.
Maybe that was the point. Maybe Jim Smallman is trying to drive a wedge in between these guys.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe Smallman's entire plan was that Davis would win his match against Havoc and Lynch would lose his match against Garnell, and that would create the tension that you're trying to talk about right now.
Possibly.
That'd be a really interesting take.
And, I mean, granted, you mentioned earlier that Danny Garnell's undefeated. That record is now 4-0, partner. Another guy where you have to wonder, when is that Progress Championship match going to come? As Havoc there.
That's true. Mark Haskins it should be ahead of him in the pecking order because he's 4-0, now 5-0.
Exactly. Oh, my God. Havoc again. Havoc has just been so dominant.
It's weird to see Jimmy Havoc in such a dominant position.
Oh, man. Now another shot there. And now Havoc. What's Havoc going for here? Is it? Oh, I think it's a table. Havoc's got a table. And now, what's Havoc thinking here? Oh, James Davis. Davis going to stop it. And now, Davis and Havoc here. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Fighting on the outside. And now right into the bar. Davis sends Havoc. Body shot there. Shot to the face. Scoop slam there. Hey, Jimmy Havoc is feeling himself right now. I don't feel like Jimmy Havoc can be stopped. He's comfortable. He's in his element. And I'll tell you what, James Davis is finding that out the hard way right here. Now, unlike a last man standing match, I think this does still have to take place in the ring because this is only a hardcore match, not necessarily false count anywhere.
Yeah.
So, it's got to take place inside the ring, but he's got to either pin Davis or make him submit. Does Havoc.
And this is, in fact, a hardcore match. It isn't, like you said, it's not falls count anywhere. So that is important to keep in mind. But I think Havoc is aware of that. I think he just wants to kind of play with the fact that he actually got a match with these.
Yeah, this is only the second time that Havoc's really been allowed to indulge in his baser urges, in his bloodlust here in Progress. And now, could it be a deadlight driver? It is! Right through the table there in the corner. Tell you, this match just belongs to Havoc right now. And Davis is just out of it. He's like, enough. Enough. And you got to wonder how much more is he going to be able to give to this match? Or is Havoc about to apprehend his first win, putting him up to 1-5? I mean, oh, wait a minute.
I have no clue what he's saying. The mic quality is not very good.
Yeah, I can't really understand him either. I heard the name Chris Roberts. Should I pin him now? This might be a mistake, Jimmy.
He is getting really cocky about this. He still hasn't won a match.
I mean, I appreciate Havoc having confidence, seeing as how we're in his world.
Yeah.
But, oh my God.
Jeez. I expected that to break, and it was just solid and sturdy.
I mean, I appreciate that Havoc's having fun and that he respects these fans. I mean, we know how much Havoc loves the fans, how much he loves progress. I mean, that's well documented. But you have the chance to go for the win, you take it. You know, you don't go through all this. And now,
what is that?
That's got to be thumbtacks.
Oh, no.
Anything that kind of encloses a certain thing, it's either glass shards or thumbtacks.
Or Legos. I've seen that in a match, too.
Or Legos. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
That's a different kind of Lego playset, I'll tell you what.
The only holes that those things fit into is the ones that they make on your back when you land on them.
Exactly. And Havoc. My God, he's got to be like a junkie just being able to play with all this stuff. I mean, we've seen Havoc in the past have to sweep away thumbtacks, have to throw away steel chairs. He can use all of them tonight. Shot there.
Oh, and they're the open hand slap exchange.
Davis here looking to survive.
Oh, my God. Oh, and now I was going to say it was digressing into forearms, but then they broke off. Oh, Garnell goes for the slap. Oh, it's Jimmy with the spin kick.
Nice spin kick there.
Kick to the face.
And now Havoc. Shoot kick. Shoot kick. Shoot kick. Havoc firing up here. Off the ropes.
Oh, and there's the forearm. Davis
forearm by Havoc, though.
From Havoc.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Whoa, okay. He suplexed him, but it was in the middle of the ring.
Havoc is stunned, though. That may not be good news for Havoc.
Havoc, though. Havoc German of his own, again in the middle of the ring, away from the tacks.
And those tacks, man, they could be the difference maker. They could be the difference between whoever wins and loses this match. And now Davis, another suplex. Again, away from the tacks.
I'm waiting for one of these guys to go for a suplex, but then just rotate just enough that the person that they're suplexing goes into the tack.
And now, Havoc, nope, picked up.
No. Oh, back elbows here from Davis. Oh, no. No, back elbows again from Davis.
And now Havoc, nope.
Pump handle. Oh, the thumbtacks.
Oh, God, that was like a pump handle. Not necessarily a driver, but just really a sit-out pump handle slam.
Yeah.
Right on the and now he's laying in those tacks as Davis.
I mean, once they're in you, they can't exactly go further in you.
Yeah.
Just from lingering.
Oh, dear God. I mean, look at that.
And as long as he's staying still, he's not getting any additional ones in his body.
Well, I mean, that's the concern. Oh, wait, Havoc. Havoc's got a mic again.
Oh, he's talking again. Oh, I think he's had enough here. What do you think?
Jimmy, I think he's had enough. What do you think? No.
Jimmy is so charismatic. It's unbelievable.
This crowd wants to see James Davis suffer. Are we sure that we're not?
James Davis is rocking a singlet, so he could have some kind of protection on his back, and we wouldn't even know it. Oh, really? We're busting out the light tubes, Jimmy? What are you doing?
Hey, Jimmy asked the people. The people could have ended this. I don't blame Havoc. This is on their conscience. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, he headbutted it himself. What are you doing, Jimmy?
Look, Jimmy's martyring himself for us, but I kind of feel uncomfortable because I didn't even ask him to.
I don't think he busted himself open, at least. I don't know about Davis.
Yeah, Davis might be.
I think Davis might be. No, he's not busted open either, it doesn't look like. Jimmy literally has shards of glass falling out of his hair.
Oh, my God.
What little hair he has, he's got shards of glass falling out of it.
Oh, he wants to take a drink. Easy on Sunday morning. Oh, God.
Oh, he did it. Getting down to that. Stop headbutting it.
Oh, my God.
The hell is wrong with you, Jimmy?
You're really
the
asking
ref is
him
like,
that?
cut it the hell out, man.
Dude, this is only a 2-hour program. We don't have that kind of time. And now...
handing the beer back to the fan. I can appreciate that. At least he's courteous. Oh, and there's
2 light tubes put
that's
together.
the one that's meant.
God.
That's the one that's meant to be swung like a baseball bat, right?
Yeah. Oh, Davis. Oh, this could be bad for Havoc.
What the hell? Okay. Oh, that's the thumbtacks. He's slamming Jimmy's head into the and the light tube exploded too. Oh, is he gonna seriously use that as like a knife? What the shit? That's disgusting.
Well, Jimmy's already busted open. Now you could really just widen the wound.
Horrifying.
Oh, God. Davis feeling proud of himself. He's taking it to Havoc in his helmet. I think Davis might be bleeding too from the shoulder. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, his shoulder looks messed up.
I mean, if you didn't come to this match to bleed, you got the wrong mindset.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. This is about to get really disturbing. Oh.
About to get? John, about to get? We've already had thumbtacks and light tubes. This match has been disturbing for a good 5 minutes now.
Hey, look, man, I'm a sadistic asshole. Obviously, I have a higher threshold and Havoc kicks out.
The referee is carrying around what looks like a lunch tray to count on.
No, knee right there to the midsection.
Oh, my God. The ring is an absolute mess between the thumbtacks and the
what a knee by Havoc.
The glass from the light tubes being shattered. Oh, and over the top goes Havoc. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God. There was no give on that. I think he went through a table. Yeah, he went through a table.
Oh, yeah, he did. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know a table was set up over there.
That was very early in the match. Havoc had brought a table out. I thought that was the table in the corner.
Did that maybe happen when I was taking care of what I had to take care of and you were here alone?
Yeah, no, because that was still during the last man standing match, you remember. You've been here the whole time.
Oh, I didn't even think back to that. But yeah, that's a good point. Wow.
Yeah, Havoc's just that sneaky.
I thought that table was set up during this match. I didn't even think about the previous match. It's like it got blocked out of my memory. And
oh my God.
Havoc is done to oh, come on, Jimmy.
I'll tell you, the way Havoc's looking right now, Carrie might have found her perfect prom date. Jesus. And now James Davis.
You don't want to go to the prom that Carrie's at.
No, you do not.
No one makes it out alive.
That's the funniest part. And now...
Does he have more thumbtacks? What the hell is he doing?
That's tape. What's he doing?
What is he taping?
Oh God.
That's just lovely.
Oh, God.
Okay, so he's taping a light tube to the ring post. I'm assuming he's going to try and slam Jimmy's head into that.
That's not going to, worsen the wound at all. It'll fix it.
Oh, but
right
Jimmy, though. Jimmy in the advantageous position here. Oh, but it's reversed.
Oh, my
God.
Back
first. Oh, my God, Jimmy.
I don't even understand this mutilation. Like, we already love you, Jimmy. What are you trying to prove? Oh, my God.
Bad for the ref. He doesn't even have anywhere in the ring that he can count without stabbing his hand into something.
Yeah, that ref, man, is in an unenviable position right now. Oh, my God, Havoc.
Oh, man, Jimmy. Oh, come on, James. Literal baseball bat to the light tubes on the back of Jimmy Havoc.
But why, Davis? But why? Because I'm
you need him to be laying flat on his back in order to win this match, right? Like, if he's in so much pain that he can't even allow his own back to be flat on the mat for more than 3 seconds, you can't beat him.
The ref might have to come in and do it by ref stoppage then, because this is really going places right now.
Oh, God. Dude, look at Jimmy's back. Look at how up he is.
What
was that?
I think it was like a lemon or something, just something to really make the open wounds burn.
That is fucked.
Oh my god.
That's
Can you imagine
so
if he just
fucked
got a
up.
bottle of rubbing alcohol and just doused Jimmy with it? Jesus.
I mean, at least he's disinfecting the wound in that case.
I guess. And
Good
now
Lord.
Davis has got a steel chair. This is really getting to.
Is that chair fuchsia?
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't sudden color blindness on my part.
Oh God, Davis. This could be an
Get your foot on the
avalanche
rope,
steamroller here.
Yeah, looks like it.
Either that or a DVD. No.
Oh, DDT! Jimmy Havoc with the DDT reversal to the powerbomb attempt, it looked like.
Man, Jesus.
Jimmy Havoc is just barely even existing in the realm right now. Like, he's fading.
You know, I hope these fans feel bad about what they did.
Yeah.
You know, Havoc had Davis laying on those bed attacks, and they said, "Oh, I think he's had enough. What do you guys think?" And they were all like, "No," and you can even hear Havoc, "Fine." And it was just like, "Sure, I'll mutilate another life. What's one more?" says Jimmy Havoc. And now we're here.
What is that?
That's like a wood board.
Like a particle board?
Oh, God, there's another steel chair. I just feel like with stuff like boards and chairs, I'm just wondering if we are going to get any barbed wire here or not necessarily. I feel like we got barbed wire in the first hardcore match that Jimmy was able to do in progress. Oh, steel chair set up there.
I mean, it seems like somebody that has access to the items underneath the spray painting fetish, because I feel like everything is spray painted under the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, he's kind of improvising his own little table there with what I believe is particle board. It looks like particle board.
Oh, God, again?
What is he doing?
Oh, stop. Burning hammer off the top rope.
Oh my God! The kendo stick to the back with the freaking wound.
Oh,
God!
That's it.
No, Jesus, Jimmy. What are you?
Better life choices, man. What is wrong with you?
Just make life choices in general. Make choices for your life.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Steel chair to the head and the pin. 1, 2, and again, Jimmy kicks out. I'm not even surprised by it at this point.
I'm not trying to say this to be a smartass, but you got to wonder if the ref needing to set up that tray just buys Havoc the extra time he needs to kick out. Oh, my God.
Dude. Oh, and there's the double fingers. Oh my God. That has to be it, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, my God. Davis beats Havoc.
Oh, God. That match gave me so much anxiety.
And I think it gave everybody except Jimmy Havoc anxiety, because home is where the heart is. Or I guess home is where the heart bleeds if you're Jimmy Havoc.
It gave everyone else anxiety. It gave Jimmy Havoc a boner.
Yeah. It's like, Jim, I might not have won, but can you just leave the ring to me for like 2 more minutes so I can finish? God damn. I think he's even smiling. Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
He is. He's a perverse human being. We love him for it, but seriously, Jimmy, make better life choices. Or as my corner commentator here just said, just make life choices, Jimmy.
Yeah, just make choices to preserve your own life.
Oh, my God.
He doesn't really seem to do that.
And now, coming up next, well, whenever we clear the wreckage out of here,
we've got the match that I think you said you were most looking forward to. The triple threat between Eddie Dennis, Darrell Allen, and Doug Williams.
Yeah, going to be a very interesting triple threat match. And I'm personally going to go with Eddie Dennis here. But that's just me. Oh, my God. Havoc here. I'm going to pull himself up. And Havoc. Is he asking for the mic again? No, he's
what do you think he's going to say here, brother? Oh, he's drinking beer.
Hey, I think he earned that beer after the performance he had tonight.
He just downed the beer.
Yeah, he did. He must have been really parched. I mean, I know when I get hit in the head multiple times with a steel chair, the first thing I'm thinking is, man, I could use a drink.
Of course.
Damn. What a match. Yep, holding the chair up high. Havoc lives by the sword. He dies by the sword. One of these days, I know we'll have the privilege of calling Havoc's his first Progress win. But in the meantime, Darrell Allen versus Doug Williams versus Eddie Dennis. Stoked for this one. Now, who do you got in this triple threat, partner? Because I know you're familiar on some level, I think, with all three of these guys, right?
Yeah. It's a tough call. I think Darrell Allen is like the ultimate underdog in this because I think he's the least likely to win, but I'm having a more difficult time picking between Eddie Dennis and the debuting Doug Williams. So I guess I can just narrow it down to that. Maybe if you have an opinion, I'm curious who you would pick if you had to be a betting man.
I'm partial on the fandom side to Doug Williams. Again, he comes from that same kind of mindset to me as like a William Regal, very understated talent, brilliant technically and scientifically. But I think Eddie Dennis, after the contest we saw with him in, what was it, like that elimination style matchup, he was so impressive. I think I'm going to have to go with Eddie Dennis on this, but I'll be rooting for Doug Williams the entire time. And that's not a disservice to Darrell Allen either. He can go. But like you said, in singles, he's had a bit of a rougher go at this whole thing. So we'll see. And there is Doug Williams. You can expect.
Do you know what the record is of the Bhangra Knights? I know didn't they lose to the London Riots?
No, they haven't faced the London Riots yet. They got assaulted by the London Riots.
Oh, that's right. That's what I'm thinking of. Who have they faced?
They faced, I think it was Team Defend, which was Mark Andrews and Eddie Dennis. Yeah, Eddie Dennis and Darrell Allen have actually had a lot of history in a short amount of time on Progress because they had a tag match together. Then Darrell Allen was last eliminated by Eddie Dennis in that elimination matchup I just got done talking about. And now they're in this triple threat match together. And now looking for a triple tie-up maybe. Oh, and now Williams with the open hand slaps. I love it. But Dennis already with the forearms of the face. And now Darrell Allen trying to get in on Douglas Williams here. Both these guys jockeying for position.
Oh, Darrell Allen pulling Eddie.
Now these two kind of arguing
here. Wow, really, Darrell? There's the double hip toss on to Doug Williams. Now Doug Williams off the ropes. Oh, the leapfrog. And there's the drop kick from Darrell Allen. Kick there from Dennis.
And Eddie Dennis. What a T-bone release suplex, exploder style to Douglas Williams, the veteran. And now Darrell Allen and Eddie Dennis here looking to go at it. And Doug Williams not really making the impression I thought he would early in the contest, but I'm sure there's plenty of bell time left.
Wow, I didn't realize that Doug Williams was over 40 years old.
Oh, yeah, I figured he was one of those older types at this point. Like, again, he's been around a while. That's why I kind of made the parallel between him and Regal.
Oh, well, I mean, even at the point that this show was filmed for Progress, which was 28th of July, 2013, Doug Williams would have been like 40, like literally 40 years old.
Right. Oh, Eddie Dennis caught Allen, drives him into the corner there. Now Eddie Dennis. Oh, back elbow there by Darrell Allen. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there. 2. Kick out there. And now Eddie Dennis.
Eddie Dennis has a really unique look. He's like got this like tall, lanky, but still like powerful. I don't know how to describe it, man. Wow, I feel like I've looked up his height every time we've seen him, and I still don't know what it is. I think he's 6.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that like he was a bigger dude. I thought I remember 6'6" being said at one point.
He is. He is. Yeah, he's listed at 6'6", 240 on Cage Match. So he's got man. There's something really different about him, and I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And Darrell Allen, he's got a lot of heart, but Eddie Dennis will be content to rip that heart out of the chest.
Of course.
Oh man, what a kick to the midsection there. Oh, what a shot. Eddie Dennis, man. Doug Williams hasn't been seen since that opening flurry. Oh, look at the athleticism, though, of Dennis. Drop kick to the knee, though, by Allen. What a kick to the face.
Oh, wow. Yeah, bicycle kick there from Darrell.
Now Darrell Allen.
Oh, but they're Doug Williams finally getting involved in an offensive way, and there's the dive out to Eddie Dennis.
Did not expect the dive there from Williams. Williams, of course, a former X Division champion in TNA.
Heading on over. Attempted a dive on Darrell Allen, but missed. And now Darrell Allen with the dive on to Doug. God, in this match alone, we've got Darrell, Doug, and Dennis. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's why you can just separate Darrell, Doug, and Eddie if we're going by first names.
I know. I was going for the alliteration.
Well, yeah, I mean, you did it flawlessly, so plus 10 to you, partner. And now Darrell Allen.
Crossbody. Oh, Doug rolls through. Picks him up. Look at Eddie, though. Eddie in the ring. Oh. Look at this. Doug Williams kicks him right in the gut, grabs him in the DDT, and there it is. The DDT Samoan drop combo from Doug Williams. And now rolling Darrell Allen over into the pin. 2. Darrell Allen does kick out the pin on Eddie Dennis. Only a 2 count as well.
Doug Williams, man. Drop kick there to Eddie Dennis.
Low angle drop kick to get Eddie Dennis out of the ring so that Doug can focus on Darrell Allen. Oh, Darrell Allen lands on his feet, though. Go behind, standing switch, off the ropes, roll through, pin combination, 2. And yep, Darrell Allen does get out of that. Arm drag there from Darrell onto Doug. Doug Williams now in a precocious position.
Well, yeah, Doug Williams definitely in a precarious spot here. The arm being worked over. Darrell Allen. He's got great leverage on that hold. Doug Williams, and if you notice that go behind that O'Connor roll, be on the lookout for something similar for him. Again, Doug Williams does like to employ the chaos theory. Has a beautiful chaos theory.
Oh, my. Oh, Darrell Allen, man. Going hold for hold with Doug Williams. That's got to be meaningful.
No, absolutely. But Doug
Williams into the chin lock. Darrell Allen, though, reverses immediately into the wrist lock.
And Darrell Allen seems confident. You know, that's what you need is confidence. I can certainly appreciate that. But look at Douglas Williams. Look at that form. So calm in his counter. And then right back to it. Amazing. Amazing. Doug Williams definitely comes from that school of thought.
That was brilliant by Darrell Allen. Props to Darrell Allen for that reversal. He literally used his hand to pull his foot up over Doug Williams' head to use that leverage to push Doug Williams away and get him out of the headlock.
I mean, the advantage that Darrell Allen and Eddie Dennis, to me, have over Doug Williams is the age advantage. I mean, AJ Styles is 40 and he's still wrestling out of his damn mind. So I'm not saying, send Douglas Williams out to pasture. But, I mean, a youth advantage is a youth advantage. And I think you're going to have more to expend when you're the younger competitor. And I think Darrell Allen knows that. But Douglas Williams, man, you can't replace technique. You can't replace pure artistry. And that's what Douglas Williams has. And now look at how he maintains control of the wrist. Never loses control of it for a second. And now he's back in the dominant position here. Darrell Allen.
Doug Williams, man, he is really good at what he does.
Yeah, the fine wine of professional wrestling, if I had to put my money on it, because I'll tell you what, again, the form is just as good as probably when he first started. And now he's got the knee right in the arm there. Now he's going to get the other arm. Oh, my God.
I also found it interesting how earlier you said that Darrell Allen and Eddie Dennis had an age advantage over Doug Williams. I think that age is kind of like, size, and that there's kind of a subjectivity to whether it's an advantage or a disadvantage. Doug Williams has so much more experience than both of these guys probably combined. And yeah, they both are younger in that they have sort of that youthful exuberance. I don't know if I would call that youth an advantage when Doug Williams can do shit like this. Are you kidding me?
God. Oh my God.
Into the turnbuckles. I love it.
Doug Williams gesturing to his mind says he's smarter than Darrell Allen. And And that I won't disagree.
And and the experience too, that played into that.
I mean, that was amazing. I mean, you're talking about like that was a vertebreaker position, and he just drove his midsection into the top turnbuckle. Now,
and I mean, you say vertebreaker, and you're right about the vertebreaker thing, but he also had his feet hooked. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's a great point. Yeah, I did notice that. I'm glad you pointed it out. I mean, everything about that hold was brilliant by Williams.
Oh,
and now, wait a minute here.
Into the octopus here, Darrell Allen. This is why they call him dazzling, people.
Absolutely. Darrell Allen now putting in the work. And we haven't seen Eddie Dennis in some time. I feel like I just saw him out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, there he is. I'll have to see if Eddie Dennis can get back in this. But look at Williams here. I'll tell you, if this would have just been Darrell Allen versus Doug Williams one-on-one, I would have been satisfied. But then you got the X factor of Eddie Dennis, who can just be mind-blowing in his own right. You got yourself one hell of a triple threat.
I feel like Eddie Dennis has been out of this match for a while. There you see him on the apron working his way back in, but I didn't think that low-angle drop kick from Doug Williams would keep him out of the match for so long.
Oh, Eddie Dennis. Could it be a crucifix?
You Razor's Edge?
Oh, wait.
Nice. Oh, but into the bridge. Look at that. Doug Williams used that as an opportunity to go for a pin. How did Dennis Allen not seize the opportunity to attack on that? And there's the lariat, but still, man.
Well, Dennis Allen, the Patara earrings probably got dissolved, but Eddie Dennis probably was just bewildered by Doug Williams' counter. And now.
Oh, and now here we go. Eddie Dennis with going for a suplex here, but Doug Williams blocking.
Well, it could be that suplex into that package driver, that small package driver. No, it's going to be a vertical.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, man, Doug Williams with his awareness, he's playing chess. Everybody else is playing checkers, and you got to be careful of that. That's a very dangerous competitor, and there is Douglas Williams. And Douglas Williams, the funny thing is he's such an established talent here in the UK. He is a veteran, and yet this is his Progress debut, let's not forget. And if you're Douglas Williams, I mean, to win a triple threat match like this, we're always talking about number one contender. You know Douglas Williams, even being 40 here, he probably still has championship aspirations. He probably still feels like he can win a title or two. Hell, Suzuki recently at 49 became Intercontinental Champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. So Douglas Williams probably thinking, don't tell me it's not possible.
Absolutely, yeah. Doug Williams' age should not be a factor for him.
No, not when you're that crisp.
Not in a negative way, at least. It's a positive in that he's so experienced. He's got so much time under his belt in the business, and he's seen so many different scenarios. He knows how to get out of so many different situations. But yeah, it's definitely not a negative, I don't think.
No, certainly not.
He's clearly pretty spry, regardless of age. But now Eddie Dennis does have a size advantage over Doug. And now I think Doug wants a T-bone, but Eddie Dennis with the back elbows got out of it. Now I think Eddie wants a suplex, but the waist lock. Chaos Theory, no. Eddie backs him off. Double forearm. Oh, a double lariat there. A double boot knocks each other off their feet.
Man, I saw Douglas Williams about to go to that Chaos Theory. I was about to pop because don't get me wrong, Gables is beautiful and impressive because of the deadlift variation. But again, I learned of that move because of Doug Williams. So it has a special place in my heart when he does it. And now Darrell Allen maybe looking to pick up the scraps. Frog splash. And Williams kicks out. But Darrell Allen goes right to the other corner. Could be thinking about doing something to Eddie Dennis. Splash to Dennis.
You're not going to get him, brother. Sorry, bud.
The Darrell Douglas Dennis connection.
Oh my God! Don't do this.
Hey man, you did it first. I just wanted to see if I could do it too. And
the challenge.
Headbutt there. Uppercut by Williams. Another headbutt by Williams is so good.
Uppercut.
Man.
Whips Darrell Allen into the opposite corner.
Oh, but Eddie Dennis. Oh, kick.
Eddie Dennis. Kick to the gut. Oh, but there's the enziguri from Darrell, and there we go. Douglas Williams rolling him over into a reverse Indian Deathlock, an inverted Indian Deathlock. Oh, but there you see Darrell Allen. He's going into the octopus again.
Oh, wait. But Douglas Williams, though.
Oh, Doug, though. Oh, yes! Into the pin on Darrell Allen, too, while still keeping the inverted Indian Deathlock applied and adding to the pressure. But there Darrell Allen with the enziguri.
I
Man, that
told you,
was
man.
great.
I told you. Williams is a scientific genius.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I didn't deny it. I've seen him go before. I know how good he is. Maybe I didn't know how good he was, but I knew he was good at least.
Oh, drop kick there by Allen. Dazzling Darrell coming to play here.
I would call him the Dazzler, but I think Daniel Bryan's already got that nickname on lockdown.
Yeah. And Eddie Dennis looks like he's dead. Oh, but oh! No, this is going to be a chaos theory, I don't think. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now we're getting the chaos theory.
Oh, he goes.
That's going to be it. 1, 2. Oh, Eddie Dennis pulled his leg out. And now Eddie Dennis going for God's last gift.
He got it. That's it.
That's going to be it. 1, 2. Oh, my God.
What?
It's kicked out.
Go Douglas Williams. And even Williams is like, yeah.
Oh, there's the shotgun dropkick from Darrell Allen. Both Eddie Dennis and Doug Williams are in the bottom turnbuckle of 2 different corners. I wonder what that means for Darrell Allen if he has a specific low angle move that he's planning on using. Now you see Doug Williams is stirring though, so maybe not.
Partner, I just got to say, man, again, like, I cannot believe that Douglas Williams kicked out of that small package driver.
Yeah. That was kind of mind-blowing.
And again, this is his debut. How important must this debut be for Douglas Williams? Because you're in, I don't want to call it the twilight of your career, but again, you are 40. And while age has its benefits, it always also has its drawbacks. And so Douglas Williams may be thinking, could this be my last really great run here in the UK? I need to make it count. Back elbow there. Eddie Dennis gets the boot up, does Williams. Williams now on the top rope. Oh, slides out. Now goes the other top rope, but now Darrell Allen meets him there.
Oh, Eddie Dennis joining them in the corner. He has Darrell Allen up in an electric chair position. Doug Williams might do a freaking heart attack. Are we going to get a heart attack? Oh, no. Dennis gets out of it. Sends Eddie Dennis into the turnbuckle. Eddie wanted a lariat. Darrell with the kick. Oh, spin around, kicks Eddie in the back. And now off the ropes, Lope Suicida.
And now Darrell Allen is going to look to beat Douglas Williams here on the top rope. Williams has had a little bit of time to recover. Is it going to be enough?
Oh, man. Darrell, up onto the ropes. He is up on the ropes officially. He's on the top rope. That was a one jump.
Oh, but Douglas Williams, though,
shoves him off.
Now what's Williams thinking here? Double stomp or a splash or
elbow drop, maybe?
Crazy. Is Williams going to do something crazy? Oh, no, knee drop. Oh, knee drop. Jesus.
Okay.
That's
it. Doug Williams with the win. See, I told you I didn't want to commit to him or Eddie Dennis because I knew he was good. I knew he was an X factor, and there he proved it. Doug Williams picking up the win. What a match.
That match was everything I wanted it to be. That was great. And I got my Chaos Theory spot, so I'm fucking happy.
Yeah, even though it didn't finish the match because Eddie Dennis pulled his foot out.
Wow, Darrell Allen is bleeding from the head here. Jeez, that's what happens when you get in the ring with Douglas Williams. Now, Project Ego versus the Hunter Brothers. Both of these teams have taken the London Riots to the limit, but both of these teams have lost to the London Riots. Now they're looking to get back on a different path by facing another tag team. The Project Ego, very unorthodox, but the Hunter Brothers very resilient. You know, 2 very different traits, but they both have their strengths. Partner, who do you like in this one?
I gotta go with Project Ego. They've come the closest to defeating the London Riots, so I just gotta stick with them.
That's fair enough to me. I think I'm going to agree with you on that. I think I'm going to go with Project Ego as well. I mean, again, a very unorthodox team, but a team that's very capable. You know, the Hunter Brothers are 0-2. And Project Ego 0-1. So whichever team wins this, you get on the winning side of things, and that's exactly where you want to be. So very important matchup here for these 2 teams, without question. Because, I mean, again, you win this, you get in a really good way. You put yourself in a good spot. I mean, hell, for Project Ego, you're at 500. And even though with the Hunter Brothers, you'd still have a losing record, you win. It's more about the long-term momentum I think you gain because of that. No, wait a minute here.
Oh, wow. Is he making fun of the Australian accent?
We watch these DVDs. With Mama Ego. They're all saying fuck now.
I'll tell you what, man, this Chris Travis has a hell of a lot of charisma.
Yeah. We're gonna say poop. Wow, fudge him up, Travis. The frig is this?
I think, was that one of the Hunter brothers? I think was just scratching his ass.
Fudge him up, Travis.
I love that his gimmick is basically good Christian boy.
I know, right? It's like the Courteous Axel prototype.
Oh man, I think this happened before you even started mentioning Courteous Axel too. So it's an actual like full blown, precursor. It's like an actual prototype, like you said.
Mother of God.
Oh my God.
Oh, now rubbing the bald head.
I feel like Martin Kirby deserves better.
I had a gym coach in middle school with a bald head, and I know some of the football players would like come in and rub his head for good luck. Bald people, man, they have it rough.
Don't tell that to James.
Yeah, just trying to live their lives. And now Martin Kirby here. Yeah,
in comes. It looked like he was thinking about leaving, like just leaving the match, leaving the ring, but Chris Travis kept him in. So good to know that Chris Travis can not only be a tag team partner, but a motivator as well.
Chris Travis is good for him.
Maybe they're good for each other.
Now Martin Kirby, they're celebrating. Got a snapmare takeover there. Project Ego.
Kick to the face.
And now, Ego pointed at Travis. Oh, look at these chops. They almost seem so tender, so caring. Even the Hunter brothers like the shit. It just kind of like.
I think he likes it.
Oh
my God.
God, man.
That knife had been sharpened.
And now.
And there's the tag
there.
To Hunter Bro number 2.
Hunter Bro number 2 now. We're in the wrist lock, but Martin Kirby tags in Chris Travis. Fudge him up. Poop.
You just use every reference in one line.
That's because I'm that damn good.
Oh, you mean that damn corny? Hello. Hamming it up.
Oh, call that Gamangiri there.
God damn. How tall is he? He's only listed at 6'1", but he doesn't look that short. I mean, that's not short by any means, but he looks taller than 6'1". Jesus, Hurricane Rana, are you kidding me?
And Hunter Brother number 2 tagging out back to number 1.
I think Will Ospreay is also listed at 6'1", and Chris Travis looks bigger than him. So
yeah, he does.
Ducks under. Oh, went for a hip toss there, but Chris Travis goes around, backslide attempt. Brother, no, and there's the uppercut from Chris Travis. Backs him into the corner, and now Travis going from one end to the other, but no, he gets caught. Hunter Brother with the forearm. Chris Travis going in. Hunter Brother up and over. Chris Travis right on a flapjack.
Nice flapjack there.
Martin Kirby is in, and there's the knee to the back. Oh, and the other Hunter Brother is now in with Martin Kirby. Through a forearm there. Whipped. Kirby reverses into the corner, up and over again. But Kirby now going for a fireman's carry. What's he going to do out of this? Maybe a TKO? Maybe get rolled up, maybe. I don't know.
Neck breaker over the knees.
Over the knees to Martin Kirby. The Hunter brothers have that experience, that teamwork, that chemistry. And now Chris Travis just got caught in catapult position. Not even a catapult, a big swing. And there's the drop kick. The old Kings of Wrestling finisher from their
Kings
Ring
of
of Honor
Wrestling
days.
And when Cesaro teamed with Tyson Kidd, his best team ever, BTE.
That wasn't their finish, though, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, I thought their finish was the big swing, and then Tyson would do the sharpshooter on top of it.
No, it was, from what I remember, it would be the big swing, but then, Tyson would come in with the drop kick.
Nice. I thought that was just a random spot in the middle of the match.
Nope. I know.
Interesting.
Hunter Brother. Oh, Project Ego. Martin Kirby taking out, I believe that was Hunter Brother number 1
Chris
and number
Travis,
2.
Chris Travis going for a powerbomb. Got sunset flipped, though. 2. Oh. And the Hunter Brothers are pretty good.
Oh, absolutely. I believe that.
I feel bad that I can't tell them apart. I want to be able to tell them apart. There's Jim and there's Lee, but I don't know which one is which.
Oh, man, that Northern Lights into the turnbuckles. I'll tell you what, Chris Travis just fudged up the back of Hunter Brother number 1.
He fudged it up. God damn it.
Okay, get up there. And now Martin Kirby.
He said he fudged it up.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to respect Chris Travis's wishes, man. His mom watches this program. And kick out there.
Oh, man.
Oh, now the arm there over the shoulder. Now referee checking in on the situation here. Chris Travis back on the apron. I still can't really get my finger on the pulse of Project Ego. These seem like two really weird dudes. Now, I don't even know what's happening here. Is that a harmonica?
Yes.
Okay. Marcus, ooh.
And it works.
What is this? Oh my God.
Okay, so he's playing a harmonica, but he relented on that hold.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Got to keep his priorities straight. Oh, there's the slap from... I'm just going to say...
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Martin Kirby, I appreciate that he's feeling the music. You know, I feel like the music's important, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, not really sure if that was the smartest move you could make. And now, kick out there now. Chris Travis, feeling a bit perturbed here. But now we'll see if they can keep the isolation game going. And now Martin Kirby gets tagged back in. Kick right to the midsection there. And scoop slam. And now Martin Kirby.
He just said he's going to use the greatest move ever.
Well, I don't know. This seems like a Mala Suerte type of thing where it's like, I'm just going to come down and do like an axe handle sledge or something. Oh my God, Kirby.
He's literally crab walking across the ropes into a missed elbow drop.
Kirby's got that creeper factor to me. I feel like Kirby is what James would be if James was a wrestler. He just got that vibe to me.
Just the fact that his first name could be shortened to Marty.
Yeah, that's true too. All Martys, man. All Martys. All Mortys. And now...
You know, Rick and Morty was originally going to be called Doc and Marty.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Oh, it could have been. But we got an amazing show regardless, so.
Oh, man. Imagine all the conversations online about how Evil Morty is going to come back next season.
I know, right?
Evil Marty.
Evil Marty confirmed, guys. I saw it on the internet.
Did you hear that theme music? That's Evil Marty's theme.
God, we're a bunch of weird eggs, and I love it.
There's the forearm. Chris Travis going through with a big knee to the face. Didn't matter. Still in the face. What a spear, Martin Kirby. I don't even know.
Yeah, now uppercut there by Chris Travis. Super kick. Project Ego. Oh, God. I don't know if that was a snapmare driver or what. That seemed nuts is what that was.
That was a
DDT there by the Hunter brother. I'm going to say number 1. I don't even freaking know anymore.
Oh, I don't know. What is he doing? Oh, the sidewinder backbreaker or lung blower.
Yeah, that was crazy. And Martin Kirby now. He's writhing in pain. His back just got destroyed. But now Chris Travis taking him down there. Other Hunter brother with the back elbow. Off the ropes. Could be a Yoshitonic. Super kick. Oh, that's going to do it, I think. No.
Chris Travis keeping his team alive in this match.
Chris Travis, not only a mama's boy, but apparently very resilient. And Martin Kirby now.
Nice spin kick, and then the kick to the face. And now, no, reversed. Kirby off the ropes twice.
Oh, caught him.
Brother in a fireman's carry again.
Oh.
Literally just threw him face first onto the mat and sat out with it. There's the boot from the brother. And now got him into neck breaker position, and he got him in the neck breaker. Now he's holding him for the other Hunter brother to do a double stomp. Oh, but Chris Travis, though. Chris Travis, again, going for this razor's edge into the turnbuckle. His own brother. And now the suplex. Brainbuster!
He got it. Can Travis capitalize?
1, 2, and of course, the brother is literally standing there watching this happen, so he broke up the pin.
Yeah. Where were you, Kirby? I know. Travis
Martin.
Well, there's Kirby. Oh, look at that assist. Great double team there. Picking him up. Oh, I think that was countered. Almost like a double drop kick there.
Project Ego is at an advantage right now, but there you see the Hunter brothers really, they don't really necessarily need to work as a team when they're as well synchronized as they are, because they seem to find an advantage at the same time at random times in the match. And only a 2 count there for Martin Kirby, but it looks to me like Chris Travis eliminated one of the Hunter brothers, and now they're going to double team the other. That's their tag finisher. Go in for the 1, 2, and that's it. Project Ego with the W.
Project Ego, great win here. Hard fought victory.
Absolutely. God, every time anyone says that now, thanks to Kane, I always feel like I want to say hard fart victory.
And the Hunter brothers got fudged up in a major way by Project
Congratulations, Ego. Daniel, on a hard fart victory.
It wasn't easy passing this gas. Oh, God.
Oh, geez. Well, that was a fun match, but now, guys, we've got our Progress Championship match. El Ligero versus Rampage Brown. I gotta tell you, man, this is a tougher one to call for me, because I know El Ligero has proven that he can adapt to just about any style, but there are certain physical limitations preventing him from matching Rampage Brown's power.
Exactly.
Styles he can match. Physical attributes, he's not a fucking ditto. He can't do that.
Exactly. So you really got to wonder how that's going to come into play here. Or, if El Ligero will find a way. We know he's adept at that submission wrestling. We know he can do, those types of maneuvers. So maybe that's what he'll employ here against Rampage Brown. Who even knows with El Ligero? He's so adaptable as a champion. I think it's one of his greatest strengths personally, is that, he really does have that ability to just be in any situation. So now we'll see how he responds to this. But yeah, Rampage Brown looking to become the second ever Progress champion. He's got somebody supporting. Is that Mark Haskins?
Yes.
Man, I'm telling you, man, Mini fucking Cole right there.
Honestly, in the face, he looks more like a thin Rhino to me.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good counter. Oh, man. So, I know you said this is hard to call, so I guess we really won't know how this will go down.
No, did I say that? I don't think I said this is hard to call. I think I said that El Ligero is normally really good at adapting to his opponent's style, but he's got the physical limitations that he's not going to be able to match Rampage's strength. I don't know. I think I might have to go with the upset. Well, not really the upset, but the title change here. I might have to pick Rampage because I don't think he's lost yet, has he? He beat who was his first opponent?
Well, remember, Rampage Brown is 0-1 because he lost to Nathan Cruz in his Progress debut.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
But then Rampage, though, ever since this turn, and here's where I'll come in your defense and kind of, even the odds a little bit. This is a different Rampage Brown because, one, he's got friends. Two, he's got an attitude change. He's turned his back on the fans. He said, screw indie wrestling, screw all of you, I'm a pro. And ever since that attitude change, he already got the winning pin for his team in the tag team match at Chapter 7 when he pinned Dave Mastiff.
Mastiff, that's right. Yeah, that... Ooh, man, I gotta tell you, it's a tough call. It's a tougher call than I thought it was because I felt like Rampage was coming into this like 2-0 with the one singles win and the one tag match win, but no, he's actually 1-1 with the singles loss and the tag match win. So it's tougher to. He is. What is El Ligero doing?
El Ligero taken to the air there.
My goodness.
And I will say this, partner. I mean, the thing about El Ligero to me is the guy's more battle-tested than Rampage Brown. I mean, this is a guy, he's had matches with Noam Dar most recently. And that was a clinic what him and Dar did together. So I feel like El Ligero, the sword cuts both ways. On one hand, you have to imagine that these big matches have really worn El Ligero out. But on the other hand, though, they've given him that experience to go to the bottom of the ninth if he needs to. And I definitely think he'll need to against Rampage Brown. Nice head scissors there. And now, what is El Ligero thinking here? I mean, Rampage Brown, I think, has all the physical gifts to your point. I mean, you mentioned the strength. You were really emphatic about the strength of Rampage Brown. All the physical gifts to become a champion. El Ligero, the inaugural champion, I believe he won the title. What was it? At like Chapter 4, the Ballad of El Ligero? And, he beat Nathan Cruz.
Yeah, I believe that's right. I think you're right. Yeah, that was Chapter 4.
And now we're at Chapter 8 here. So, I mean, El Ligero, if we go by chapters, his reign hasn't been a small matter. He's had a very impressive reign as Progress champion. Nathan Cruz, on the other hand, I mean, his reign wasn't the worst, but I think El Ligero's already kind of surpassed Nathan Cruz here. But all reigns have to come to an end. And is El Ligero's number up tonight as it relates to being the Progress champion?
I don't really know what he was just doing there with his mask. It looked like he's not bleeding, is he?
I don't think he's bleeding. Oh, scoop slam there by Rampage Brown.
Damn. And yeah, I think the X factor really is going to come down to if the rest of the Screw Indie Wrestling faction gets involved in this, because we already saw Mark Haskins. Nathan Cruz, has a sort of a grudge against Ligero, so I'm curious if he shows up too, because they're all kind of a part of the same group, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, Nathan Cruz, Mark Haskins, and Rampage Brown have all said, screw indie wrestling, we are pros, and they have set their sights on tearing Progress apart and taking the Progress championship. My question is this, partner, and it's got to be asked. I think you and I can agree. I mean, we'll start with the basic premise and we'll work my way up to my conclusion. I think we can both agree that this Screw Indie Wrestling faction, Haskins, Cruz, and Brown, 3 big egos, right? So when you've got egos that big, and it's not like the London riots where you're bound by this common kind of brotherhood or whatever, if Rampage Brown becomes Progress champion, I mean, don't you think with how egomaniacal Nathan Cruz is, that jealousy would be bound to set in because he was the inaugural Progress champion? And, Rampage Brown now looking to be the 3rd ever Progress champion. And, Nathan Cruz would look at that and maybe even say to himself, that should have been me. I just worry that if Rampage Brown wins here, could that sow the seeds of dissent into this newly formed faction? What a crossbody there by Ligero. I just don't trust the egos involved is my point.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I think that if they do kind of work together to get the title on Rampage, that the first thing that'll happen is Nathan Cruz will ask him to lay down for him so he can get his title back, or what he perceives to be his title.
And hey, Rampage Brown, he might be down with everything that Haskins and Cruz preach, But I doubt that anybody would lay down if they were Progress champion, because that's the honor these guys are all striving towards. And for Brown to have achieved it, Cruz better watch his mouth if he's sincerely thinking like, oh, I'll just ask Brown to lay down and everything will be okay, because I guarantee you it will not be. I know El Ligero there firing back. He's just kind of throwing, I don't know what that was. They were bottles or like what the hell that was that Ligero was kind of chucking at Brown. But Brown now just, clubby blow there. Brown just not having one care in the world right now. And now Brown clearing the crowd.
And there's the
face there, the step.
Yeah, just slams his face into it. Man, I don't want to say that this match feels one-sided, because obviously there you see El Ligero is getting certain moments, but it feels like Ligero can't put together a string of offense. Like the strings of offense are all coming from Rampage. Ligero gets certain little things, like it's like he's getting the table scraps in this match. You know what I mean?
Exactly. No, I get exactly what you mean. No, Rampage Brown, very focused. Again, new attitude. He's got a posse with him.
Dominant.
If there was a checklist to win championship gold, I would say that Brown pretty much cleared that checklist with the exception of beating the champion, which is sort of kind of important. So we'll see if Brown can do that here.
You know, it's kind of scary to even think about the idea that Rampage could become champion here, because who the hell's going to beat him if so?
Oh, my, well, that's the thing, right? Who
well, really, and especially if you think about him having that champion's advantage with the faction by his side, he could probably get out of defending the title an awful lot by just having himself get disqualified.
I mean, here's the thing. El Ligero so far has had an impressive reign as Progress champion, but I feel like Rampage Brown, with everything he's got going for him right now, could eclipse that reign with ease if he ends it here tonight. Now, I saw that El Ligero there got powerbombed into a bunch of security. El Ligero in a very bad way. However, being in a bad way is quite a distinct thing from being defeated. Ligero may be in a bad way, but he is yet to be defeated. And there's an elbow drop there by Rampage Brown. Another elbow drop there. It's going to go into the cover. Kick out there. And did you see the stink eye almost that Brown gave the referee? Like, are you serious? Yeah. I think Brown was just telling that referee facially, do not fuck me on this. I'm looking to become Progress champion tonight. Oh, God. Lariat there. Short arm lariat. 2. Check out there.
Man. This performance from Rampage Brown, and I know we already used the word suffocating before, but it does feel appropriate for Rampage's performance here as well.
Well, he's smothering him, brother. He's smothering him with his offense.
Yep.
He has not given El Ligero any reprieve.
Oh,
and you know what's great about this, too, is that I think he has better conditioning than Mastiff, because he's not, like, big in terms of, like, you know, having a lot of weight to throw around.
Right, so, like he's not out of shape by any means.
Exactly. So even if El Ligero was like, oh, let me try a submission, I feel like Rampage could take it. I honestly do. Like, I feel like he could take it and keep on dishing it. What a tilt to world backbreaker. God.
Like with Dave Mastiff, I think he consciously makes the decision to sacrifice some of his possible endurance for the sake of just having that weight as a weapon that he can use.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with you. And I think that's the different mindset of these two guys. But hell, Rampage pinned Mastiff. Yeah. So to me, Rampage might just be the biggest threat that El Ligero has faced.
Well, and not only did he pin Mastiff, but he pinned him in a tag match where, you know, really endurance shouldn't be nearly as much of a problem. So really, Mastiff, you know, deciding to sacrifice that endurance a little bit for the extra power shouldn't have even come into play. He really just got the pro of that decision, didn't really have to deal with the con, and still managed to lose because Rampage is that much of a dominant force.
Exactly. There you see they're kicking. Just kind of kicking away there. Oh my God.
Wow, yeah. Rampage hasn't even removed his shirt. He is taking this match just not seriously at all. He seems to almost be toying with Ligero, and there's the sledge. I mean, it's almost like he is more interested in just beating Ligero up. And look at this, just beating Ligero up, humiliating Ligero, than really just actually picking up the win. Although I say that as he goes for a cover there.
I mean, do you think, I mean, you broach an interesting subject here, partner. do you think Rampage Brown is taking El Ligero a bit too lightly here?
Yes, I do. But the question isn't necessarily whether he's taking him too lightly. It's whether he can get away with it.
And now I'll ask you that then. Do you think he can get away with it? I mean, he's getting away with it right now, it looks like.
Yeah, that's the thing, is he's gotten away with it so far. Ligero makes him pay, every now and then, but it's not something that he's really punishing him for on a consistent basis. So I can't even say.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, with El Ligero, we know his finisher. It's that springboard DDT. But here's my thing. I think Rampage
You know what, though? I appreciate the springboard DDT as a finisher, but I don't think that would put Rampage Brown away.
What a shoulder block.
Wow. Off the middle rope, this behemoth just jumped into a shoulder block on Ligero.
Not only do I agree with you that I don't think the DDT could put Rampage Brown away, I'm even wondering if Ligero could hit it at all. And I say that because Rampage Brown seems to have so much power. I could easily envision him catching Ligero and turning that move into a move for Rampage Brown that could win him the championship. And now, Ligero.
Rana.
Nice Hurricane Rana there. Ducks the lariat.
Enziguri. Into the roll-up. 2. Oh, nope. Rampage kicks out.
Man, in these moments that you pray a roll-up works, but it didn't there.
Punch. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Ligero using his elusiveness. Oh, and they're Rampage into the corner, but missed again. Again, Ligero using his ability to just not get hit, the evasiveness.
And moonsault. And Ligero here trying to get things going for himself. 2. Kick out there by Rampage.
Very nice.
Rampage staying in this thing. He knows how important this opportunity is because, I mean, here's something we didn't talk about. Progress Championship matches. Ask Nathan Cruz how rare Progress Championship matches are because he was the inaugural champion. He still hasn't gotten his rematch. Like, you have it. You better take it.
Oh,
you better take it all the way.
The brain buster from Rampage. That might even do it. 2. No, Ligero does kick out, but that was devastating.
Well, Ligero is double tough. That's not too surprising, but I will say, partner, it's moves like that by Rampage Brown that are going to win him the Progress Championship, that are going to get him in the record books as the 3rd ever Progress Champion. But Ligero won't go quietly. He's going to fight with everything he has left. Oh, hanging onto the rope there. What a kick there by Rampage Brown. We're going for another short arm later. No, Ligero pushes him off.
Oh,
what a powerbomb counter. Oh, my God.
And, he's thinking about another one, and he got it, the sit-out. Ligero is even trying to fight out of that, but the sit-out powerbomb still connects. Rampage Brown is just relentless.
You got to wonder if Brown was thinking about those multiple powerbombs that we've seen him do before, but because of the punches, he just decided to settle for the sit-out. Still, though, to stay on the offensive while you're getting hit, that takes great presence of mind, and Brown just exhibited it there. And now, El Ligero getting picked up. Forearm there by Brown. Good God. And that's how he'll really win this thing, partner. If he can turn this wrestling match into a fight, because with that kind of power, I don't care how tough El Ligero is, you do not want to exchange forearms with a man that looks like Rampage Brown. Open palm strike there, but forearm right back. And Ligero trying to respond.
I call this a response. He's doing a pretty good job.
Absolutely. A super kick.
Super kick.
Could it be the DDT?
He got it. Rampage is right next to the ropes, though. His hand is under the rope.
He didn't even need it.
Kicked out.
His hand was
literally under the rope.
I'll be damned.
His hand was literally under the rope. The referee didn't notice. The referee did his job there. And there's a second tornado DDT. That's got to be it, right?
I would imagine. No.
Wow.
Hey, partner, just to remind everybody of their history, the last time somebody kicked out of 2 finishers like that would go on to win, it was El Ligero against Nathan Cruz, and that's how he became the 2nd ever Progress champion.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Could this be a sign that El Ligero is reaching the end of his title reign?
That's entirely possible.
Because, man, Rampage Brown took El Ligero's best shot not once but twice. So then when somebody takes your best shot, how do you respond to that?
That's the real question, especially when you do it consecutively like that and it still doesn't work.
Oh, Rampage Brown sidestepping. What a flapjack. Oh, that could be the beginning of the end right there.
Wow. Oh, what's he thinking here, John? No. Ligero, cutter. Jumping cutter at that.
And now Rampage Brown is down. Ref begins the count. I'll tell you, Rampage Brown has given El Ligero everything. He's even kicked out of his finisher twice.
Man,
but how is Brown going to respond?
At this point, he's just overwhelming. He's just too much for Ligero to handle, it seems like.
Absolutely, partner. And I got to say, partially this performance is unsurprising because, we know, again, that Rampage Brown, before he turned on the crowd, he took Nathan Cruz to the limit in his debut matchup. Nice. I think that was a Gamengiri there. And El Ligero is going to ascend to the rope. Let's see what he can do here to Rampage Brown. I don't know. The Rampage Brown, though, might have the advantageous position here.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's why. Why.
Oh my God. That's got to be it. That has to be it. And Ligero is pulling a Jimmy Havoc at this point. At what point does kicking out become detrimental to your well-being?
I don't know. Cover again here.
Oh
Kick out
my
again.
God. And again, Rampage going through the stages of grief, starting with denial. Now working his way into anger already. He's angry now. I think he's bargaining. I think he's bargaining with the ref. Come on, man. That was clearly 3. Oh, man. I don't know if we're going to get to see a depressed Rampage, though.
Oh, wait a minute. Haskins trying to keep Brown focused. Man, El Ligero, how badly does El Ligero want to remain Progress champion? How much does being champion mean to El Ligero? Oh, super kick.
Oh, man, there's the super kick from Ligero. Haskins was trying to keep Rampage focused, make sure that he is more focused on winning the match. Oh, did Haskins pull the referee out?
No, I think he did, but Brown legitimately did kick out before 3 anyway.
Oh, and now Ligero has Haskins by the hair. This is Ligero's ending.
Hot shot there.
And now Rampage has him up. Again, Ligero, though. Ligero off the ropes. DDT. That's the 3rd DDT. That's going to be it. That's going to be it, too.
No.
Are you kidding me? Rampage Brown. That's the word I'm going to keep using. Rampage Brown is overwhelming.
Yeah. 3 DDTs, and it still wasn't enough. And keep in mind, that's after a miscue between Brown and Haskins.
I thought for sure that Haskins was going to spell the end for Ligero, but no. Ring post. Now, oh God, he's gonna pile drive him. He did.
That might do it.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
That's it. New champion.
Rampage Brown becomes the Progress champion, and everyone on the roster right now should be horrified. They should have their tails tucked between their legs. They should be hiding in a corner because not only do you have to find a way to physically match up with a man of Rampage Brown's stature, but he has a faction backing him up too. How do you beat this man?
I don't know. Now I really wonder how this faction's going to respond to Rampage Brown being
somebody who is this overwhelming, who is also simultaneously willing to stoop to cheating to defend. I don't know how this guy's going to get uncrowned. I already know that at some point in the history of Progress, Jimmy Havoc was the champion. I don't know how he won the damn thing from Rampage. And I don't even know if he won it from Rampage, but if he didn't, I don't know whoever won it from Rampage, how they did it. Because I don't understand how you can beat this guy in the current circumstances that he's under.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with you. I have to wonder how Rampage Brown can be stopped. And yes, screw indie wrestling. These guys, they formed just last chapter, and already in this chapter, they have the Progress Championship in their possession. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm dying to know what Nathan Cruz thinks about this, though. I'll tell you what.
Oh man, I can't believe that's the end of it too. We're just gonna close out with the new big bad being crowned, basically.
Yeah, I can't believe El Ligero's championship reign. It began on Chapter 4. It's ended here on Chapter 8. Our third ever Progress champion, Rampage Brown. Guys, I love this chapter. I thought the main event was great. The triple threat was everything I wanted. Lord Jonathan Windsor versus Mark Andrews was really good. Yeah, this is a really fun chapter. I feel like for a promotion that's like, oh, British strong style and, you know, celebrating that technical wrestling and stuff, this really had that on display.
You know, I would argue that this was the best Progress chapter that we've seen so far. I honestly think I'm going to commit to that too. I think this really was the best one that we've seen so far.
Yeah, this was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't say enough good things about it, so I'll stop before I get redundant. That's our only recording for today, folks. You can see us all tonight in the Discord for SmackDown if you're part of the Discord. If you're not, do consider donating $3 to the Patreon to gain membership, because we had a lot of fun talking about the Raw Gauntlet last night in the Discord. Absolutely. And with that said, Ashton, I'm going to hand it over to you to take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed this episode of Progress. We hope you enjoyed our live reactions to the show. Like John said, if you're interested in supporting the show, you can do so via Discord. It's only $3 a month for access, or via Patreon, my apologies. You can, donate $3 a month to get into the Discord, which I was mentioning earlier, which John mentioned. And that will accumulate over time so that you can eventually at some point, or if you just want to do this all in one shot, you can use your Patreon donation to buy live reactions or a live reaction and review to a wrestling show of your choosing. We're basically giving you guys the ability to control the content that goes up on the channel with your Patreon. Let your money talk. Let your money, put your money where your mouth is. And if you want us to live react to a show or live react and review a show, anything like that, then yeah, the Patreon has pricing details on that. If you're interested in merch, we have merch. Check out our Teespring store. Both of those links to the Patreon and the Teespring are in the description. Follow us both on Twitter, like our Facebook page, and of course, like this video. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of the show and our reactions to it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And of course, remember to click the bell icon to get notified every time we go live or upload a video. We were a little bit late to go live today, so the notification squad would have been really useful for you guys. And of course, remember, most importantly, to share this video and our channel with all of your wrestling fan friends. Let them know what the best kept secret in the YouTube wrestling community really is. The workhorses of the YWC TwitWow. We will be back with you all tomorrow afternoon with Lucha Rewatch Season 3. Episode 18. We're going to be recapping and going over and talking about Lucha Underground Season 3 episodes 35 and 36. And I believe tomorrow night is going to be our return to reviewing NXT. I'm assuming that at least it's probably going to be. So let's just go into it under the assumption that that's going to be a thing. And then Thursday, we've got Q&A. That'll be at 7 p.m. And then on Friday, we've got preview and predictions for Elimination Chamber. That'll go live at 9 p.m. And this is all Eastern time. And then, of course, Sunday, we will live react to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. It's going to be a very interesting week leading up to an interesting show over the weekend. John, any last words before we're done here?
No, partner, not at all. Again, we'll see you guys tonight, those of you in the Discord, for SmackDown. And yeah, as far as the rest of you, we will see you tomorrow for Lucha Rewatch and the return of our NXT reviews, because NXT is heating up in a major way. That should be Johnny Gargano versus Andrade Cien Almas for the NXT Championship.
Yeah, career, basically NXT career versus title.
Yeah, huge matchup. Get to see my boy Andrade, and I get to see Johnny Gargano do it one more time, potentially. It all depends. Can Johnny Gargano finally become NXT champion, or is Andrade going to send him packing? That remains to be seen. We'll see you guys then. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
All right. That all being said, we hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you tomorrow. Or if you're only here for Progress, we will see you next Tuesday with Chapter 9. Hold me, thrill me, kick me, kill me. But of course, you've got to remember, before all else, to stay tuned.